available in all states.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Brandon, what's up, my man? What's going on?
Hey, Marty. First and foremost, happy belated birthday to you as well. But look, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, and it's starting to die down, thankfully, but still have some issues on the roadways. The heaviest right now is on the turnpike heading north. It's backed up thanks to that construction site right by Regency Park. It's backed up to about Boyce Park. On the Parkway West inbound, some delays begin at the top of Green Tree Hill. And on the Parkway East, that's starting to decrease in volume, but still have some delays coming off of the Wilkinsburg off on-ramp. With AAA Traffic, I'm Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly to mostly sunny and very warm this afternoon with a high of 87, then patchy clouds and mild, low 65 tonight. Stormy weather follows for tomorrow with a chance for hail and damaging winds. For AccuWeather, I'm Heather Zare, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's the Big K Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest 3 stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What is Christian? What would Jesus do? If Jesus met a couple, no, I'm serious about this. If Jesus sat down with a couple that couldn't have a baby, have you done this? Because I have. And the wife is literally near suicidal with depression. And the husband is full of anxiousness, quite frankly, and broke, quite frankly, from the IVF treatments, $100,000, $150,000. And then, on the 5th try, they get pregnant and have a baby. That, in their life, is God. Seriously. So isn't it ironic that the Christians want to ban that? We're going to get into that. Plumbers. I went out and found a bunch of plumbers that'll turn on the damn water fountains for the idiots at the city who can't do it. Meantime, I'm told public works employees, and this is from guys working there, that are smoking weed on the job. Maybe they should put the doobie down. Maybe they should put the joint down. Maybe they should put the blunt down and turn on the damn water fountain. How about that? Meantime, I cannot believe what one of my boys sent me. And this is very unsettling to me. And this is the contagion that has taken over Pittsburgh, and in many cases, cities in America. We have decided that there is no standard for homelessness. We have decided that there is no standard for addiction. We've decided that there is no help for the mentally ill. So the mentally ill and addicted say to hell with it. How do I know this? About 20 minutes ago. So what time is it now? So 10:10. So about 9:50. A high-ranking judge sends me a picture from the South Side Okay? It's a picture of a young man. Ariana, I'm going to send you this picture. You're going to die. Ariana Bazzi joining me. She's been downtown with me. And I know at some point you say enough is enough, this discussion about homelessness. I ain't stopping the talk until this problem stops. And this is a new low. This young man, you see it? What do you see in that picture, Ariana?
It's a man laying on a mattress in the middle of the street.
Right in the middle of the street.
In the middle of the day.
Just laid it down. What size mattress? Is that a queen?
That's a big mattress.
It's a big mattress.
It's a big one. That's sad.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hey, you live up north.
Mm-hmm.
If that happened on your street, what would happen?
Oh my gosh, someone would go out immediately.
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 So if you're living on the south side in one of those $1 million condos, and this is in front of your condo, or you own a $5 million business,
Yeah.
and this guy plops down in front of your business this morning, what are you going to do about it? You can't do anything.
You can't do anything?
No. 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 You know who lives this? The unofficial mayor of the south side, but I call him the mayor, Rich Shipka. Brother, what's up?
Marty, how are you?
How are you when you see that?
It's sad, Marty. 4 years of this nonsense, and we have the resources and places to put these people. You know, we've had 4 nursing homes closed that we could use. Pittsburgh Public Schools has 40% less overcapacity for buildings. They could be put there. You know, it's ridiculous that what we're doing in this city.
Hey, Rich, that mattress, that guy, how close is that to where you live?
About 9 blocks.
9 blocks. How close is that to your business?
7 blocks.
7 blocks. So right in the heart of the south side.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Marty, that's every day in Southside. It's not just today. You know, we have these people sleeping in the vestibules of all the businesses. They're lined up on a river road. I mean, river park down along the river where people jog. And my buddy's daughter, who's a runner at Shadyside Academy, she's running down there last week, and a guy tried to get her. That was right along the river park in Southside.
Yeah, but Rich, this is bizarre. The full-size mattress in the middle of the street at 10 o'clock in the morning. Even this is a new low, is it not?
Yes, it is, Marty. It's sad.
And no one does squat about this. He could stay there as long as he wants, in essence, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's not the only one sleeping on Carson Street right now. He just has the luxury of a queen-size mattress on Carson or a Muriel.
How does this impede the growth of business? How does this scare away anyone spending any money? How does it scare away anyone wanting to rent or buy a home or apartment, sir?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, and you know, if you have money capital to invest, the last place you want to come is Pittsburgh. You know, look at downtown Pittsburgh. Look at the south side. We have 26% vacancies on East Carson Street. The city of Pittsburgh downtown is 50% vacant, and you know, they're trying to do all these bells and whistles with the NFL draft coming up. And the easy solution, the only solution, is public safety. Everything. If you provide public safety, the businesses will come.
Hey, Rich.
You don't need to have all these consultants and people like that.
Hey, Rich, this mattress is at 13th and Muriel. That's right at the heart of the south side, right? It's not hidden or anything.
No, that's like if you go across the 10th Street Bridge, you make a left, there you are.
Bam.
Yep.
Right on the street, doesn't give a damn about anything.
Nope. And I don't know if you know, Marty, they're trying to move the homeless into Southside.
Right, I've sold
50 of them. And, you know, there's no vetting for sexual predators. There's no vetting for drug abusers. They're just going to do whatever they want to do.
So this guy who's laying in the middle of the damn street right now on a full-size damn mattress, no headboard, no box mattress and box spring. We need to put a comforter down there for him. How long can he stay there if he wants to?
All day.
All day.
All day.
All day. Thanks, Rich. Appreciate you. I got the picture posted on social media, on X, on Facebook, if you don't believe me. Full-size mattress, right in the middle of the street on the south side. Just plopped down about 9:45. To which I ask, is this as good as it gets? Is it as good as it gets? From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Brandon, what's up, man?
Hey, Marty, still got a lot going on. We have 2 crashes and a vehicle fire to report. The crashes, firstly, was in Upper Lawrenceville. That's at Butler Street and McCandless Avenue. The other one is just outside of Bon Air. That's at the intersection of Brownsville Road and Nobles Lane. And the vehicle fire, that actually is right by the Fitzgerald Fieldhouse, so just be on the lookout if you're heading up there. Heaviest traffic right now otherwise is on the Turnpike due to that construction zone right by Regency Park. That's on the northbound side. It's backed up right now to about Boys Park. With AAA traffic, I'm Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Are you paying too much for prescription drugs? Other pharmacies take a $5 drug and charge $300, but not at Blueberry Pharmacy. We introduced the Cost Plus model over 4 years ago, ensuring transparent and fair pricing. From our North Hills location, Blueberry Pharmacy services Pennsylvania, Ohio, and West Virginia. We apply the same pricing principle to everything from blood pressure medication to chemotherapy drugs. Enjoy exceptional service where you can talk to a real person like me. Call us at 412-612-2279 or visit blueberrypharmacy.com.
Tune in to 1020 KDKA Radio for Medical Frontiers with Dr. Gerald Pfeiffer from the Allegheny Health Network every Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. Dr. Pfeiffer and his special guests will cover the information that you want to know about your health and the latest trends in medicine.
Are you uncertain about being financially ready to retire? How long will your money last? How much will your costs increase as you live longer? Brian Carranter, president and founder of Secure Money Advisors and the author of the new book, Right Track to Retirement, has a solution for you. Secure Money Advisors are in the business of creating retirement plans that help you protect your money. They will provide you with a pathway for a reliable income to give you confidence that you will live the retirement you dreamed of. Get your complimentary copy of Brian's book, Right Track to Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com. That's righttrackpittsburgh.com.
So, hey, it's Marty. You know, we're getting there. It's spring right here. It's going to get real windy. A lot of trees leaning over toward your house, leaning over in the yard. Tree branches in a precarious position. Here's what you got to do. You got to call my boy, Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Insane pricing. The best training, the best equipment. I've used Carlos at my house several times, and my neighbors. Greater Pitt Tree Service, 412-884-TREE, 412-884-TREE.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team. They'll feature how to celebrate Dad with steaks and burgers. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus. Air Force veteran Dr. Xavier Bruce has created a research-based personal coaching program and VA claims support service for all veterans feeling stuck, stressed, or lost.
I'm coaching our veterans on going from victim to victory. So going from level 1, victim, to instigator, to cooperator, to opportunist, regulator, all the way to your best self. So you go from victim to victory. And that's just step 2. Step 1, you got to figure out what the hell is going on. You have to figure out what the energy block is. That's why it's called Uplift Energy Coaching, because we're removing energy blocks.
Some puzzles are hard to solve, others are hard to prove. Listen to Blood is Thicker, the Hargan Family Killings, wherever you get your podcasts. Access episodes early and ad-free with 48 Hours Plus on Apple Podcasts.
Get Marty, brought to you by the law firm of Rosen and Perry. No slogans or gimmicks, just results.
The Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
from a conservative Supreme Court, actually. A ruling just came down regarding the most widely used abortion pill. This is actually very, very interesting. You got to hear this from CBS.
CBS News special report. The Supreme Court has just weighed in on a case involving access to the abortion pill, mifepristone. The court will not block access to it. CBS's Jan Crawford.
I mean, this is a definitive statement from the Supreme Court, unanimous, 9-0, that the abortion pill will remain available throughout the United States. They have rejected an argument by anti-abortion doctors who said that the FDA's approval process of that drug, the most commonly used method of abortion, by the way, was flawed.
The court ruled that the plaintiffs behind the lawsuit challenging the drug lacked the necessary legal standing to pursue the case. This is the first major ruling on abortion since Roe v. Wade was overturned. The drug was approved by the FDA more than 2 decades ago. The High Court has a number of important cases still pending, including some on gun control and the January 6 riots. CBS News Special Report, I'm Cammie McCormick.
I ain't no lawyer, and I'm not certainly a Supreme Court expert. However, what's surprising about this at first glance is that this is Trump's, as they describe it, Trump's Supreme Court. At first glance, this is a court that in many cases has ruled in what could be described as Trump's favor, Roe versus Wade, for example. So, for this conservative court to say they're not jacking with the most prevalent, popular, however you want to describe it, abortion pill is a milestone. Let me read some of the details. And again, no lawyer, just getting this. The court ruled that the doctors and anti-abortion groups that had challenged access to the drug did not have standing to sue. Good for them. Though technical, the court's reasoning is important because it might encourage other mifepristone challenges in the future. Judge Kavanaugh, quote, "We recognize that many citizens, including the plaintiff doctors here, have sincere concerns about and objections to others using mifepristone and obtaining abortions," Kavanaugh wrote. And he continued, "But citizens and doctors do not have standing to sue simply because others are allowed to engage in certain activities, at least without the plaintiffs demonstrating how they would be injured by the government's alleged under-regulation of others," end quote. Nice. Again, this just came down. Tie this in with what happened yesterday with so-called Christians who rejected the notion that women should have access, and men, quite frankly, to in vitro fertilization. And coming out to suggest that that should be banned, suggesting somehow that these frozen eggs are killing babies. We're going to get into this as we proceed down the road. But here's my thing about that. I'm an old guy. So in that span of that lifetime, I have sat down face to face with family members, relatives, close friends, whose marriages, literally, were on the line over the fact that they couldn't have a baby. I'm serious about this. I could give you specific names and examples right now of friends who have lost their wife or their husband, their love, because they can't have a child. Now, you might think that's ridiculous or absurd until you're in that room, until you're in that scenario. I can think of a very close friend, someone I communicate with more than my wife on a daily basis, who's married, whose wife could not have a baby. Now, he has a child from another marriage, but his wife's dream is to have a baby. And I'm telling you, man, unless you live this or see this, you have no idea what that angst is like. You have no idea what kind of stress it causes in a marriage when a couple can't conceive. It's unbelievable. So what do? They turn to in vitro. I know couples that have had in vitro 6 times. It's about $10,000 each time. Took out loans, took second and third jobs. I am not exaggerating. Depression, anxiety, and a lot of prayers. I know a couple that on their 5th attempt had a baby. It saved their marriage. I'm not exaggerating this. For a woman and a man that want to have a child that can't, oftentimes it's a hurdle that's very, 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 very difficult to cross. Ariana, let me grab you on this. You're about to get married.
Yep.
How old are you? I forget.
27.
Okay, so for a young couple that loves each other, that says, let's have a baby, and then can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you have friends that have tried this, right?
Yeah.
And you also know this becomes a hellhole to live in when they can't.
Absolutely.
What happens to them, honestly?
It's really hard because if it's something they've dreamed of, it becomes a toll, and it's physically and emotionally draining.
It's unbelievable,
They
actually.
become depressed, and it's just really sad because it's what they really want, and if they're not able to, then they have to look elsewhere.
And they start to fight.
Absolutely.
That he gets depressed, she gets depressed.
Mm-hmm.
They test his sperm, it's his fault.
Yeah.
She doesn't have enough eggs, it's her fault, right?
Yeah, it becomes an argument.
Patrick, you've seen the same thing. I mean, for a couple that can't have a child, it becomes this hellhole, does it not?
Well, especially if that's one of their goals.
Right on.
If they're trying to start a family together and it's one of the things that brought them together, all of a sudden their world is turned upside down.
And so
it's a giant roadblock.
In vitro becomes this miracle, quite frankly. And I've seen that, by the way. And it's life-changing and life-altering when they can finally conceive. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah, it is. I
So-
know so many people that have used it.
Same.
They've been successful, and it's been a miracle.
It really, it saves their marriage.
It does.
I don't think unless you're sitting in that room and you feel that stress, you understand the pain this causes.
Mm-hmm. And a new thing has been surrogacy. Like that's been become way more popular now too, because that's another option for
It really
couples
has.
that can't carry.
Well, a lot of women I know that have gone through it, they don't feel like they're, fulfilling their womanhood until they're able to have children.
That's right. And for this Christian group to come out and say, to hell with that, it actually makes me sick. We're going to get into that in the next hour. But after this break, let's get real about buying a house. How do you do it now? Under these circumstances, with these interest rates, in this inventory. Hang in there. Good stuff.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
New Flow Men's Health is the area's leader in treating erectile dysfunction successfully. There's no pills, no injections, no games. If you're serious about treating your ED issues, New Flow is serious about helping you. Call New Flow at 412-784-9000 or visit newflowmenshealth.com.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents. and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Mostly sunny and 75 at 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Breaking news from Washington, D.C., where the Supreme Court has preserved access to a medication used in nearly two-thirds of all abortions in the U.S. last year. CBS's Jan Crawford has more.
I mean, this is a definitive statement from the Supreme Court, unanimous, 9-0, that the abortion pill will remain available throughout the United States. They have rejected an argument by anti-abortion doctors who said that the FDA's approval process of that drug, the most commonly used method of abortion, by the way, was flawed.
The justices ruled abortion opponents lacked the legal right to sue over the FDA's approval of the medication and subsequent actions to ease access to it. A 64-year-old man is dead after an overnight shooting in McKeesport. Allegheny County Police say the 911 call about the incident came in at 12:40 a.m. First responders sent to the 600 block of Eden Park Boulevard found Brian Boyd of Duquesne dead on the scene. Maryland State Police say U.S. Senator John Fetterman was at fault in last weekend's two-vehicle collision on I-70. The accident report says Fetterman was traveling well over the 70-mile-per-hour speed limit when his SUV rear-ended a sedan. The accident report says the airbags in his vehicle deployed. No charges have been filed. Mason Martin was discharged from a hospital Tuesday, 9 months after the Karnes City quarterback collapsed during a game suffering from a brain bleed. In a Facebook post, Mason's father said his son spent Tuesday evening sitting peacefully on the back deck of their house with their dogs. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 250 points at 38,463. The Nasdaq is up 55. The S&P down 3 points. KDKA Radio News Time 10:31. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
It's here, the summer heat, and it's getting hotter, and that heat's just pouring into your home. Need a solution? Trust PJ Fitzpatrick for the perfect new insulated and vented roof. They've earned thousands of 5-star reviews and back all new roofs with a lifetime guarantee on materials and labor. PJ Fitzpatrick installs most roofs in just one day. Set up a free design consultation. Plus, they have special financing if you need it. Visit trustpj.com today. That's trustpj.com.
You know Oakmont Bakery's my joint, right? So, summer months, celebrations, right? You got graduation cakes, cookie trays, sandwich platters, cheeseburger, donuts, delicious, cheeseburger-shaped cakes, flag-shaped cupcakes, the American tort, all the same. All I'm telling you folks is this is my joint. Everything there is handmade, homemade, fresh, and absolutely amazing at Oakmont Bakery. It's delicious. Check it out.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum recognizes Pennsylvania's combat veterans who have received medals for gallantry. With this Hall of Valor moment, here's the Education Director of Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Hall and Museum, Tim Neff.
Army Captain William G. Pagonis of Center and Washington counties was awarded the Silver Star Medal in Vietnam on the 31st of January, 1968. As the boats of Captain Pagonis' company were moving artillery barges through a narrow canal, enemy forces attacked. After receiving word that one of his LCM-8 boats had been hit, Pagonis immediately turned his command boat around and weaved his way through heavy fire to the damaged craft. Calmly issuing instructions to his crews, he was able to get the column moving again. During the entire action, Pagonis remained exposed to hostile fire, directing his boat's gun crews and personally returning fire upon the insurgent force.
Soldiers and Sailors Memorial reflects the valor and heroism that shaped this great country. Consider a tax-deductible donation. For more information, visit soldiersandsailorshall.org.
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
You're getting married.
Yes.
You're out looking at lots and houses, right?
Yeah.
Unaffordable right now.
Yeah, the interest rates are crazy.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And very little to look at even.
Very little.
Very little.
Yeah.
Highs and lows of the market in Pittsburgh, have you not?
I have. I've been a realtor for 20 years now, and I've seen it all.
You have seen it all. And
yeah, I have.
This is a dynamic, and again, you know this so much better than I do. What's occurring now in Pittsburgh is a dynamic I've never seen before. How about you?
Right. It's been crazy. We've seen, fortunately, we've seen the interest rates level off at 7.
7.
We're hoping to have another, hopefully, decrease by the end of the year, but who knows? And I think that we were at 8, so it is leveled. So to 7, and I think people buyers are a little more comfortable with that, obviously. Days on market are increasing slightly. We still have buyers out there, but what has happened was, it's not as crazy as it was 6 months to a year ago. Where multiple offers, no inspections. We've slowed a bit, which is good. You want to see a buyer be able to learn how his house works or her house works that they're buying. And, the prices are higher, absolutely.
What do you tell a middle-class couple that's trying to find a house in this region that doesn't make $300,000 a year? What do you tell them?
It is hard, but the thing is, it's all in where, what they can afford and pre-approved. You don't want to be house poor, is what I tell them.
So this is actually, so again, not you because you're the best, but when I was younger, I'd go in with a real estate agent making $100,000. They'd show you $400,000 houses. That's insane.
That is insane, and that shouldn't be happening. But you got to stick to what they can afford, and you really don't want to go to the max of what they can afford. So that's what I tell them, and you just have to stay within their range and make sure they see the numbers and understand what their payments are going to be, and feel comfortable.
So Nancy, there is maybe no is too powerful, but there is very little new inventory in Pittsburgh. So a young couple comes in and wants a new house. Where do you send them?
Oh, new,
my friend, new, as in built recently.
You go a little further out.
Where?
To Washington County, Butler County. Just further out of the city, Allegheny County, because there isn't a lot of new construction around. But there is. It all depends on what you're looking for.
Hold on. So if I come in to you and I say I want a new house, you're sending me to Butler County.
Well, no, I'm not sending you there. I mean, certainly we can find newer houses. Does it have to be new construction? No, but we can certainly find, a house that's resale and on the market. You don't have to live. You can certainly stay in Allegheny County, but I'm just saying, if you want new construction, there's still building. There's, new homes are still going up.
But it's way up north.
You're not going to find them in. You're not going to find them in, the Dormont or Mount Lebanon.
No.
So, and you'll find higher end houses too, new construction, like in Peters and Upper St. Clair. But I understand what you're saying, a first time home buyer house.
Yeah, they're $1 million plus. And if someone wants to look in the city, because I know the city, I grew up in the city, Squirrel Hill, 600,000, Shady Sides, 800,000. Is there a place in the city that's nice where a young couple can afford a home?
There are some really cute towns.
Where?
There are, wait, let me think. No. Wait, there's towns that are turning.
There's that one.
No. I'm like.
There's that one house.
Blanking.
Yeah, because they don't exist.
Listen, like places like Greenfield.
So again, hold on. So you eliminated Shady Side and Squirrel Hill, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, but there are some, smaller homes in Shady Side and Squirrel Hill. I had a listing last year in Squirrel Hill, and it sold for $350, and it was a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
But that's hard.
So it happens though, Marty.
Yeah.
It does.
So what are you trying to tell me, that if I'm patient and I have someone like you who's insanely connected,
you have a good realtor and stays on top of the market, you're going to find your home. And I know it's frustrating, I really do, but it has slowed a tiny bit. So it's giving other buyers out there, because a lot of people did find their homes.
So like Ariana's sitting here and she's getting married, and she's like, interest rates are at 7. There is no chance, and maybe something cataclysmic will happen in the economy, and I hope it doesn't. But there's no way, Nancy, in the next 2 or 3 years, those rates will ever come back down to where we financed our house, which is under 3, right?
I can't predict that.
There's no way.
I can't. You say that. I don't know.
But this dynamic I'm talking about is happening all over the country. And it does have a lot of young couples kind of banging their heads, does it not?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. And you just tell them what, to chill.
Well, I don't say to chill, but I mean, you continue to look.
Live in that mattress on the street that I just posted from the south side.
Stop.
You know what's amazing about this, Nancy, and You probably heard me saying this. I used to talk to Hottie Hannah all the time about Pittsburgh. We'd see a 2% increase, and the rest of the country is at 17, right? And everything in Pittsburgh was affordable. We were kind of in this bubble. We're not anymore, are we?
No, but I mean, the city has changed. We have a lot of people. We have a lot of new companies here, and people are being transferred here. It's a great thing for our city. Yep. No. I love this town. As you know, this is my town, and it's been fascinating. Heck, in my neighborhood, which are big shot houses, which I am a big shot, as you know, Nancy. Yes, you are. Yes.
These homes sell before they even put a damn sign up.
Right.
And people are paying cash for $1.2 million houses, which is the other end of this, which is fascinating to me. The rich, and I'm not one of those folks, they seem to be insulated from this, so they're buying even bigger homes, and I'm seeing that as well, aren't you?
I am, but I'm also seeing those people wanting to downsize too, you know?
That's actually a great point. So then they're thinking, I could sell my house and make a load of cash, but then I got to buy another house at the same interest rate of 7%, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they're sitting.
Well, yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Nancy McKenna, she is the guru. She could sell ice to Eskimos.
Stop. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Thank you for
We'll
that.
see ya.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
You know, I love her. She's positive about the negative. And really, Patrick, if you listen to her, very little chance of buying a new house anywhere in the city. You got to go to Butler County, right? Or Upper St. Clair, where it's $1.5 million.
I'll say this. There are starter homes in the city in neighborhoods you may not look at normally.
True.
Morningside, Crafton.
And you got to be willing to do a lot of work.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating.
You got to put in the work.
It's not the easiest time to be looking, as Ariana got me thinking about this as she came in this morning. It's fascinating, actually. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Did I say it was fascinating? Brandon, what's up?
Hey, Marty. Over on the Parkway East, it's pretty spotty heading into the Squirrel Hill Tunnel from Edgewood Swissvale, but the delays are minimal, so that's the good news. Over on the Parkway West inbound, still some slighter delays traveling up Green Tree Hill. The heavy stuff begins right next to the Green Tree exit. And again, the turnpike remains the busiest by Boyce Park over on the northbound side. There is construction taking place. Only the right-hand lane is closed. With AAA Traffic, I'm Brandon Rossine, the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Ted Starmack with Rhino Shield Pittsburgh. A frequent question I get, I have aluminum siding and the surface is powdery. Will Rhino Shield stick to that? Yes, it will. Our primer etches through the surface to bond to the metal below. It gives us a substantial outer layer for our ceramic top coat to bind with. With 1,500 colors available, restore your home without downgrading to vinyl and save money too. Call 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-744-6641.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
We all know baseball is a long season. I'm Brett Boone from the Brett Boone Podcast. This summer, take a trip down memory lane with me and hear from the legends of the game. So far this year, I've had conversations with Randy Johnson, Pete Rose, Deion Sanders. Plus, every week we look at the state of Major League Baseball, which teams are exceeding expectations, which ones are struggling to meet them. Follow and listen to the Brett Boone Podcast on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
100.1 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
I got to talk about UPMC and the benefit in my life because I have what's called a swallow therapy. Now, you wouldn't think that you'd have to have that in your life, but I do because of the cancer. I haven't choked in more than a year, and that's a lot for me. And the swallow therapy and the kindness and the professionalism and the life-changing processes they put you through at UPMC have made all the difference. I am not exaggerating when I tell you this has been life-changing stuff. UPMC, amazing.
Need to hire quality candidates fast? You need Indeed. Their video interview tool makes it easy and effortless to meet with candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Pirates baseball today on the station that invented baseball on the radio.
Hayes dives, has it from his knees to second one. Relay, 2, double play. Just hard to left field. Going back is Pache. It's a cruise missile. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
The Bucks face the Cards at 1:20 with the North Shore Tavern Leadoff Show presented by Pella Windows on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Woo! These summer sticker deals at Shorkey Kia are bringing some heat. A 500 vehicle inventory system means getting exactly what you want. New 24 Kia Sportage X-Line Premium, $329 a month for 24 months with $2,000 due at signing. New 24 Kia Telluride LX all-wheel drive, $399 a month for 24 months with $2,000 due at signing. All backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. North Huntington and Wexford, PA's #1 volume Kia dealer, ShorkeyKia.com. See dealer for details.
Retirement doesn't have to be complicated. Are you sick of all the fancy charts and investment mumbo-jumbo thrown at you to justify the Wall Street fees you're being charged? It's not the size of your nest egg that matters, but rather the income it can produce. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons, best-selling author and star in a brand new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception. In this film, we traveled over 20,000 miles interviewing real Americans who have retired successfully with a great lifestyle and peace of mind. They share their stories on how they get more retirement income with the same dollar saved, and the money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even the super wealthy are shifting money into this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better, stress-free retirement, call today to speak to a specialist and get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Retirement Deception. Call 888-379-1486. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you get it completely free. So don't delay. Call right now. 888-379-1486. 888-379-1486.
Grilling season is here. Time to get to Tom Friday's Market for thick, juicy steaks. Incredible hand-cut T-bone, porterhouse, and bone-in ribeyes. Try their thick, juicy burgers, smokehouse bacon, kielbasa, and slab ribs. And now get Wagyu beef brisket with better marbling and taste. It's great for grilling and only $7.99 a pound. Tom Friday's Market, California Avenue, Brighton Heights. Just 1 minute from the McKees Rocks Bridge. Call 412-766-4500 and follow them on Facebook at Tom Friday's Market.
Ireland Contracting has all your home's bases covered, from roofing and siding to windows and gutters, and even electrical. Let Ireland Contracting knock it out of the park for you with its unbeatable grand slam of value that includes free estimates, 0% financing, award-winning customer service, and free premium product upgrades. Be a winner. Get your home in championship form by contacting Ireland Contracting. Call 1-800-NEW-ROOF today to learn more. We are booking appointments as early as tomorrow. Visit IrelandContracting.com.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Peter from the Bay Area asks, I've been with a small investment group, and they've been quite helpful and educational. But I'm thinking that given our circumstances, as we approach retirement, I might be able to save some money and handle things on my own. Are we close enough to retirement that we just stay with them, or is it time to minimize any fees and move on? Peter, these questions about whether or not you need an advisor depends on what you're getting in return. If you are receiving full-blown financial planning, then it might be worth it. Do you trust yourself to do this? Just a couple of things to keep in mind as you chew on this issue.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And make sure to cover your furry friends with pet health insurance.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
I find the housing conundrum to be awful right now across America. That's why Nancy, honestly, she's the best real estate agent I've ever been around. Now, I have been friends with Hadi Hanna. I love to name drop people, as you know, but friends with him for more than 20 years, and he's a magnificent man. But she sold my parents' house when they died, and I'm telling you, I've never seen somebody who cared so much about their clients and or their customer. But I'm seeing a phenomenon in Pittsburgh that I've never seen in my life, and it's actually kind of interesting. When you're living here growing up and you see the housing market sucks and you're thinking our houses are never worth any money, they're worth $120,000, and in Texas they're worth $420,000, and in California they're worth $820,000, and Pittsburgh sucks and our real estate will never have any value. And why do we not have any value? Until our real estate now has value, if you know what I'm saying. Now I do not know a young couple making good money that can afford a nice home. I know a television anchor person at KDKA TV who wanted to move from the city to Mount Washington from Mount Washington, I apologize, to Mount Lebanon. Okay? Different schools, crime issues in Mount Washington, the same old stuff. Wonderful, wonderful young lady who makes really good money, and her husband's a firefighter. Okay? They could not find, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, they could not find a house in Mount Lebanon that didn't need a lot of work. And if you know Mount Lebanon, as Patrick does and Ariana does, look, they're nice homes, but they're like 70, 80 years old. And they all need bathrooms. And a lot of them need roofs. And when you go in an old house, I'm talking about a couple $100,000, not a little fixer-upper. It's just the truth. As Patrick suggested, I really like Dormont. You can get a good house in Dormont, but you better be willing to, doesn't have the same schools, doesn't have the same kind of parking, and you're going to have to do work on it. But you can find affordable homes in these neighborhoods.
No, so when we were looking for houses 2018, we looked in Dormont on the edge of Mount Lebanon.
Yeah.
And there were a few really nice houses.
In the twos, mid-twos.
No, much higher, actually.
Yeah. Well, you can get one, and I looked last week, but you can find it, but they need work.
Yes. Well, we were looking for a larger home with like 4 bedrooms.
Well, you can't do that in Dormont, and certainly not Mount Lebanon for less than $800,000.
No, and not with needing maybe $100,000 or more worth of work to put into it.
And Nancy mentioned Upper St. Clair, and by the way, it's gorgeous out there, and Peters is amazing. And But here's the thing. I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but those homes, they're $1 million plus. That's unattainable for 99% of the folks listening to this talk show right now. And the young lady who was looking for the house in Mount Lebanon could not find a house that didn't need a ton of work for less than $560,000. And Nancy kind of laughed when I brought up Squirrel Hill. She didn't mention one house at Squirrel Hill. Now my friend Jeff Cohen's son's looking. He couldn't find a house in Squirrel Hill that didn't need a ton of work for less than $450,000.
True.
And Patrick, forget Shady Side. $650, $700, $850 with no parking. I'm not picking on Pittsburgh. I think it's amazing that it's happening.
No, I have family in Squirrel Hill. You're 100% right.
Right.
You can't find a house that's move-in ready for under 4.
It's
maybe even 5 at this point.
And a house like that for sale under 4 will go in 2 days. Gone.
Yeah.
And so my point is the only thing, and one of my boys just sent me a note, and he's a cop, and they're doing very well. He says nobody can afford a house right now. He's right. And I think it's a very difficult time in America if you're a young couple like Ariana who's getting married, wants to have a baby, needs a bigger house, and is thinking, I don't know if I can afford anything with interest rates where they're at. It's very, very frustrating time if you're looking for a new house.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO. the region's flat roof experts.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
I listen for powerful conversations
from powerful voices.
Information is power at the top and bottom of the hour.
Influencing the corridors of power.
100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA. Partly cloudy skies and 78 at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Breaking news from the Supreme Court. In a 9-0 ruling, the High Court has preserved access to mifepristone, a medication used in almost 2/3 of abortions in the U.S. last year. The justices have ruled abortion opponents did not have the legal right to sue over the FDA's approval of the drug. Here's CBS's Jan Crawford.
It's a jurisdictional ruling. It's a threshold ruling that these doctors should have never been able to sue in the first place. It is highly significant nonetheless, because remember, 4 federal court judges had ruled that these doctors could sue, and they ruled that the doctors should win, and that the FDA's approval process was flawed, which would greatly restrict and roll back some of the availability of women to get that abortion pill.
More than 6 million women have used mifepristone since 2000. It's part of a 2-drug regimen used to end pregnancy. A church was damaged and a priest was taken to a hospital after a 2-alarm fire in Monroeville. The Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh reports extensive damage to the Rectory of Christ the Divine Shepherd Church on Azalea Drive. The flames broke out around 12:30 a.m. The priest was treated for smoke inhalation, and the Allegheny County Fire Marshal is investigating the cause of the blaze. AARP of Pennsylvania has delivered to regulators a petition with more than 5,000 signatures from people opposed to a water rate hike. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The PA Public Utility Commission is currently considering a proposal from Pennsylvania American Water that would raise water rates nearly $204 million for residential customers. AARP's TJ Thiessen tells KDKA Radio they oppose the rate hike.
Utility rate increases like this one have a disproportionate impact on individuals with limited incomes. I mean, we're talking about potentially forcing people to choose between basic necessities like medication, food, or paying their water bill.
Thiessen says if you're a customer, your water bill will increase on average of $17 monthly or $200 a year. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Coach USA, the owner of Megabus and Lenzler Lines, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The bus industry has seen a sharp drop in ridership, which has not returned to pre-pandemic levels. As part of the reorganization, Megabus will close its Sewickley facility in early August. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports both Lenzner and Megabus are operating as usual. The state's toll plazas are going to fade away now that the Turnpike Commission has approved a $50 million contract to add the overhead gantries needed to complete the transition to open road tolling. The Post-Gazette reports construction will start later this year. When the gantries are installed, the toll plazas will be demolished. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 269 points at 38,443. The Nasdaq is up 18 points. The S&P down 11. KDKA Sports, Neil Shipley is even through 7 holes in the first round of the U.S. Open. St. Louis 4, Pittsburgh 2 last night. Henry Davis hit his first homer. Mitch Keller starts for the Pirates this afternoon, and you can listen to the Bucks and Cards starting at 1:20 on News Radio KDKA. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, making life better one roof at a time. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:03. Skies are mostly sunny at 78 in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-329-2121. That's 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121.
A big fan of CCAC. I'm going to give you 3 examples, really good ones. They have this insanely cool culinary program. It's unbelievable. Number 2, they have an amazing, cutting-edge, robotics, high-tech program. Number 3, fantastic nursing program. And check this out. All of these kids leave school debt-free. How about that? And most of them are offered jobs. CCAC, folks, it rocks. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, Marty, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras. Firstly, at the Parkway West inbound, that's bumper to bumper starting at the top of Green Tree Hill down into the Fort Pitt Tunnel. Parkway East looks pretty good, although there is a spurt of traffic right by the Edgewood-Swissvale exit, and it's causing minor delays, but shouldn't be too significant. And finally, the heaviest stuff still remains on the Turnpike North, right by Boyce Park. That's where the backup point is due to the construction site, as the right-hand lane is closed while they work on that road. With AAA Traffic, I'm Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will be partly to mostly sunny and quite warm with a high of 87, remaining mild, low 65 tonight. Tomorrow not as warm, high 77, but it will be stormy. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend JK, the man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. JK delivers. Great stuff.
Sunday mornings at 6 a.m. on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, it's Tech Vibe Radio. Join hosts Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsting from the Pittsburgh Technology Council's Huntington Bank Studios as they bring you a front row seat to Pittsburgh's tech sector.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is something very personal to me, and I'll tell you why. I've sat face-to-face with married couples that are young, and they're literally grieving because they can't have a baby. I wanted to grab Ariana again. Ariana Bazzi, I forget when you're getting married.
September, yep.
And you want to have kids.
I do.
And I'm not trying to bring doom on you or foretell anything that's tragic, but let's go ahead 4 years and you find out, oh my gosh, we can't have kids, whether it's your eggs or his sperm.
Yeah.
You'd be crushed.
Oh, I would be crushed, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would be looking for any option I could.
And I've sat with young couples in tears who are racked with grief.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Right? Because they can't have a kid.
Yeah.
And what happens is they, and not all the time, but a lot of the time, they turn on each other.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Right?
Right.
It's her fault, it's his fault, we can't have kids, why are we here? And let me get even more personal. With many women, their identity becomes, I can't have a kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would be crushed, yeah.
So I got irritated as hell, and because I've seen this, what she's saying is so relevant to me. The Southern Baptist Convention, these born-again Christians, are opposing IVF, in vitro fertilization. Samantha, play that piece, please. She pulled me from CBS, and then we're going to get into this with one of my favorite people on earth.
Senators are poised for a historic vote today on a Democratic-led package that would protect in vitro fertilization as a nationwide right.
I have my daughters through IVF, and I think that anybody that wants to start a family should have the ability to start a family.
Senator Tammy Duckworth co-sponsored the bill.
So it doesn't force anybody to access reproductive technology. That just says if you want to do that, you can offer it, you can seek it, you can cover it.
Republicans also voiced their support for IVF in a different bill.
To the best of my knowledge, all 100 senators in this body support IVF. This should be a measure that transcends political divides.
CBS News polling reflects that sentiment, with an overwhelming majority of Americans saying IVF should be legal across party lines. But earlier this year, the Alabama Supreme Court ruled that frozen embryos are human beings and have the same rights as living persons. In response, the state then passed a law shielding IVF providers that discard embryos from prosecution and lawsuits.
The ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted.
Today's Senate vote comes just a day after the Southern Baptist Convention, the nation's largest group of Protestant Christians, passed a resolution opposing IVF.
We need to be very clear that human life begins at conception.
The resolution states the IVF process most often engages in the destruction of embryonic human life and encouraged its congregation of nearly 13 million to seek adoption and consider the ethical implications of IVF.
Just dealing with our infertility, it leaves a wound.
Southern Baptists Meredith and Zachary Sahadik already have one child through IVF. Another is on the way, also through the procedure.
I am for the sanctity of life and for the sanctity of embryos. I am against the idea that this technology is so wicked that it cannot be employed.
At the church's annual meeting Wednesday, Zachary got emotional speaking about his own experience.
And I have 10 embryos that I love, and with every bit of my being, we will have or see born into a Christian family.
The Sahadiks plan to use their remaining embryos for their own family or put the frozen embryos up for adoption.
When the resolution is adopted, what do you fear that means, or what are you concerned?
Really confident that we made a decision, sought prayer, sought wise counsel, so I'm not too scared.
So these so-called alleged Christians, remember the whole "what would Jesus do" thing? It's still out there, but this is very prevalent and prominent in the last 10 years. I mentioned this at the top of the show, but in case you just tuned in. So you're sitting there with Jesus, and you say, we can't have kids, and it's ruining our lives, but we can have kids through this IVF. It can save our marriage, and these embryos give this wonderful, wonderful life to our family. And you're telling me that Jesus would say, hell no. I can't buy that, man. And who the hell are these holier-than-thou, pompous, pious Christians that they have the right to make Christian families feel horrible about trying to bring life into this world? Pastor James Hogan, one of my boys. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right today, Marty. How are you?
So what would Jesus do if he's sitting with us at a table and I can't have kids, but the only way I can is through IVF? Would he say, to hell with that, you're killing an embryo?
No, I don't believe that at all. I think that, look, I have a ton of friends who are Southern Baptists, right, and they're wonderful people.
Right.
But the Southern Baptists always at their annual convention have somebody trying to help them put their foot in their mouth so that they can end up in the media and have controversy. In fact, Dan Rather used to have reporters there every year just to figure out what it was he was going to use to hit them over the head with. But I think it's silly to do this because, look, if your position is, and I'm a pro-life guy, I'm not even for the death,
of course,
but if your position is that you're against a fetus or an embryo in the womb where it can develop into a baby, being terminated, I'm fine with that. That's great. If you're saying that embryos that have never been in the womb, that have only been put together in a petri dish and then set into a freezer where they can never develop into a baby unless they're implanted into a womb, and that's what you're worried about, is that after a couple has 20 of those and they get to 3 kids and decide they've had enough, that the clinic might discard those instead of giving them to other families. I don't understand it. In America, we protect bald eagle eggs, right? And so if you go to a bald eagle nest and you break an egg, you can go to prison for like 12 years for that and be fined thousands and thousands of dollars. I get that. But if you were, for some reason, scuba diving in a frigid river and you found a bald eagle egg on the bottom of the river and you stepped on it, you shouldn't go to jail for that, because it was never going to be an eagle. It couldn't be an eagle. It's a dead egg because of the circumstances.
Pastor James Hogan from Faith Bridge Community Church. My brother, how do we get to this point, man, where we become so pious that a couple desperately trying to have a baby becomes a bad couple, bad people in the eyes of God, I guess is how we're supposed to assume they feel?
No, it's not in the eyes of God. It's unfortunately, especially with the SBC, they've had a terrible run these last few years, and most of it comes down to leadership. They've been involved in a lot of internal lawsuits where some of their leadership in Atlanta is suing.
Yeah, but Pastor, play dummy for me, because I'm an idiot. What are they trying to do here, though? What are they trying to accomplish with this? I don't get it.
They're trying to put a flag up. We're pro-life. Anybody else, and we're going to pressure politicians to be as pro-life as possible. And that's all this is about. They're trying a declaration that there is nobody more pro-life than them.
And then you got this guy there crying, saying, "Look, I have a child because of this. Too bad, buddy." Right.
Yeah, and I definitely would like to give that guy and his kid a hug, because listening to him speak common sense in front of a group of people where a portion of them are rabidly offended by them doing that, that breaks my heart.
It does, man. What's your message to your flock, to your parish, to your congregation about this sort of thing?
You know, I think that one of the most intense truths about the Bible is God's love, His mercy, and His grace, and how much patience He has with us. And when we tie all that together into some, we're holier than the other people, we're better than the other people, it's a disaster, because all of that He gifts toward us is what He's trying to gift toward everybody else. And when we feel like, because we've been blessed to come into a relationship with Christ, that somehow we're better than other people, it defeats the message of Christ. It doesn't advance it.
My brother, Pastor Hogan, thanks, my man.
Yep. Hey, tell your whole crew I said hi. Ariana, good to hear your voice.
Thanks, Pastor. Take care.
Yep. Have a great one.
Talk to you.
All right.
My man is spot on. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic Pod by Bowser. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, Marty, on the outbound side of the Parkway East, there was a little bit of buildup just prior to the North Oakland exit, but that has since been cleared. There was a car on the right-hand shoulder that was blocking parts of that right-hand third lane, but again, it's been cleared now, and traffic should be moving back to normal on the outbound side. Inbound side, not looking too shabby, as it's only minor delays up by the Edgewood-Swissvale exit. Parkway West inbound, you'll be experiencing some delays right around, we'll say right by the Parkway Center Drive exit. And there's also an accident to report near Larimer. That's off of Washington Boulevard by Larimer Avenue. With AAA Traffic, I'm Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
It used to be the sole function for a kitchen was food preparation. We cooked in the kitchen and we dined in the dining room. But times have changed. And although today the kitchen is still where we cook, it's also where we share meals, have an important family conversation, and even help the kids with their homework.
That's right. Today's kitchens are multi-use areas and should be designed accordingly. And that's where we come in. Petite Kitchen and Bath will make your new kitchen a warm and inviting place for family and guests alike. We'll make it supremely functional and beautiful.
You know, they say the heart of any home is the family kitchen. Make your kitchen great. Discover why generations of satisfied customers have chosen Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center.
Visit our showroom on Route 50 or call us at 412-279-2222. Haven't you waited long enough?
PA 625.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems, they'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
John Perry is one of my close friends. He's also one of the best attorneys in the country. Medical malpractice, catastrophic injury, Rosen and Perry. Look at the results, man. Look at the accolades. I've had family members go there. I've had friends go there because of their success. Serious about this. They are the professionals. Rosen and Perry. 412-281-4200. Rosen and Perry. Call them. Ask for John. 412-281-4200.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for over 20 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Hey, folks, this is Marty. You've heard me talk about Brian Breisinger. He's my man at MediConnect. I'm serious about this. Now it's time for me to do this. Join me in a series of videos as I begin the process of signing up for Medicare. Questions asked, information shared. Ultimately, which Medicare plan is right for me. And always, as you know, there's no charge for MediConnect services. This is great. Visit MediConnectInsurance.com or call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. Great stuff. Oh, I love this. Time to get the carpets cleaned, and I love Coit. Right now, summer clean, baby. Amazing special. 40% off all Coit cleaning services. Carpets, rugs, drapes. They've been in my house. Crushed it. Crushed it. Get your home Coit clean for the graduation parties. 40% off right now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Amazing.
It's Paul Zeiss. Suffering from ED can be rough. She feels the same way. New Flow Men's Health offers a long-term solution to get your confidence back. Serious about treating your ED issues? We are serious about helping you. 412-784-9000 or NUFLOmenshealth.com.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I wanted to mention yesterday for a minute, we spent our day at UPMC Washington Hospital, UPMC Greene Hospital, Greene County, and had a magnificent opportunity to kind of hang and watch a miracle happen. Now, you might not consider it a miracle, but if you're living down there, it was. It has this small-time vibe with now the big boy medical advantages with UPMC in that building. A lot of folks have asked me, how the hell can UPMC, which is struggling because of costs, expand? Well, what happens is they in essence, grow their base, quite frankly. Folks who are their insurance carrier, folks who are paying customers, in essence, and streamline it. They'll go in there and make changes, their changes, and they'll make a difference there. And they've committed to $300 million in new spending there, technology, upgrades, that sort of thing, over a 10-year period, and a game changer. There's still some ambivalence by some employees because they don't know what's going to happen, if their jobs are going to be saved. But to a person, from the people in the cafeteria yesterday, to the security guards, to the local mayor, to the docs walking the halls, folks were overjoyed. My whole thing about UPMC is this town likes to present them as the bad boys, especially the SEIU union goons. But SEIU's plan, talk about selfish, was to get the governor and or the Federal Trade Commission and or the Attorney General's office to refuse to acknowledge UPMC's deal and to let this hospital go away. And by the way, this was going to happen. Yeah, I've been around 30 years. I've been at this a while. Without this happening, that hospital, man, goes away, and 3,000 jobs. And it's right there in the heart of downtown, right there near Washington and Jefferson. Is it Washington and Jefferson College? Yeah, really good school. And so then those kids lose their access to health care, and all the folks around there lose access to health care. That hospital's been there, 125 years? I mean, that would have gone away, man. Empty buildings. I'm not kidding you. So the haters continue to hate, man, and the union thugs, you lost. You're losers in this case. But the truth will set you free, and the truth is that whether you want to hear this or not, without UPMC, they're done, man. I went through this before with UPMC in a hospital up north, Jameson. They would have gone away too. I was in that hospital. One of their people grabbed me in the hall yesterday because she was there for the opening of this new UPMC facility in Washington. And they had this snack shop in the hospital, way up north, like Newcastle, that made insane chocolate shakes. And because we helped to save that hospital, I'm proud to say we did, they named a shake after me. And I asked her if that was still around. She said, hell no. How soon they forget. But they saved that hospital too. UPMC did. I'm not trying to characterize UPMC as the savior of all saviors, as the Mother Teresa of hospital systems. I'm not. It's a business, and it's run like a business, and they're going through a lot of financial stress and strain right now. And I'm there a lot for whether it's voice rehab or swallow therapy or cancer treatment. And every single person that I know that works there is feeling anxious about work and their workload and their priorities and seeing enough patients and pay and all sorts of things like that. However, the way it's going right now, and Brooke Ward, the CEO of Washington UPMC, said it best. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. Half of the hospitals right now in America are losing money, and a third are close to bankruptcy. If that happens, we're screwed. No, really, screwed. If that happens, we're in a bigger crap storm than you have seen in decades. So by UPMC doing this, it guarantees that will not happen in Washington, PA. And that 300,000 people will still have health care. And that 3,000 people will still have jobs. If you can find a way to bitch about that, stay away from me. I can't stand those sort of people. What this provides is hope and opportunity and literally life-saving medicine. And if you don't like that, to hell with you.
paid-for-by-government.com.
Have you heard? A recent stash of 1904 Morgan silver dollar coins has been found. These gorgeous 1904 O silver dollar coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck. This is a key date for silver dollar collectors, and only a limited quantity are available. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone interested in silver coins. Just call government at 1-800-888-7630, and you are guaranteed a mint condition 1904 O Morgan silver dollar featuring the iconic O mint mark of the New Orleans Mint, the final year of production. But with limited quantity, you must call now. These 1904 O silver coins are still in uncirculated condition. That is 117 years of history you can hold in your hand. To learn more, call 1-800-888-7630. Call now and you'll receive a free American Coin Collector's Bonus Package, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-888-7630 now to secure your 1904 O Morgan silver dollars before they sell out. That's 1-800-888-7630.
Are you uncertain about being financially ready to retire? How long will your money last? How much will your costs increase as you live longer? Brian Caranta, president and founder of Secure Money Advisors and the author of the new book, Right Track to Retirement, has a solution for you. Secure Money Advisors are in the business of creating retirement plans that help you protect your money. They will provide you with a pathway for a reliable income to give you confidence that you will live the retirement you dreamed of. Get your complimentary copy of Brian's book, Right Track to Retirement, at righttrackpittsburgh.com. That's righttrackpittsburgh.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Partly cloudy and 78 at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A significant ruling today from the Supreme Court on reproductive rights. The justices unanimously ruled a commonly used abortion pill, mifepristone, will remain available throughout the U.S. CBS legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum says the case wasn't about abortion per se.
It was about the power of a federal agency like the FDA, run by unelected officials, to make important decisions without congressional oversight. Conservative justices on the court have been skeptical about the exercise of such unchecked executive branch power. The decision would have answered the question whether a federal judge knows more about pharmaceuticals than MDs and PhDs.
So this medication was used in nearly 2/3 of all abortions in the United States last year. AAA is fighting car theft with a free event tomorrow. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the story.
You'll get your VIN number etched into your car windows. The imprint will be treated with an acid solution, and AAA's Jim Garrity says the entire process takes 5 to 10 minutes.
And then when it's done, the integrity of the windows aren't damaged. The windows aren't damaged, but there is a permanent etching that if somebody were to steal the car, they'd have to just get rid of the whole window. They wouldn't be able to get rid of that little part of it.
Garrity says the goal of VIN etching is to deter thieves from targeting your car. The free event takes place from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friday at AAA South Hills Branch. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 221 points at 38,495. The NASDAQ is up 45 points and the S&P is down about 1. KDKA Radio News Time 11:31. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Celebrate the Holy Cross Greek Orthodox Church Greek Food Festival. Enjoy authentic Greek dishes cooked on premises, homemade pastries, Greek beer, dancing, and more. Located on Gilkison Road in Mount Lebanon, across from the Galleria Mall. Join the fun today through Friday.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
So, I was on the phone yesterday with Julian Gray. We've become good friends. He's an elder law attorney. I met him, became very close when my parents passed, and he took over our state had the whole family sitting in his office, made a tremendous difference in our lives. I was talking to him yesterday about how important it is to get an elder law attorney like the folks at Julian Gray and Associates involved. I'll tell you why. Major tax implications, major health care implications, major input you need from an expert, a true insider like Julian Gray and his folks that made a massive difference in the lives of the Griffin family. It's never too late to do this. It's never too late to plan your estate, but do it as soon as possible. Julian Gray, grayelderlaw.com, grayelderlaw.com. I'm telling you, folks, they did a wondrous job for the Griffin family. 412-458-6000, grayelderlaw.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, Marty, got a lot of volume on both sides of the Parkway East. On the outbound side, typical delays right from the Edgewood-Swissvale off-ramp, the exit side. And on the outbound side, have some build-up over by the Bended Baits, just once you get out of the Bended Baits. So, once again, be on the lookout for that. Both of those break up once you get in and through the tunnels. On the Parkway West inbound, still have some backups from the top of Green Tree Hill on into the Fort Pitt Tunnel. With AAA traffic on Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Partly to mostly sunny and very warm this afternoon with a high of 87, then patchy clouds and mild, low 65 tonight. Stormy weather follows for tomorrow with a chance for hail and damaging winds. For AccuWeather, I'm Heather Zare, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team. They'll feature how to celebrate Dad with steaks and burgers. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
We get closer to the weekend on this Thursday. I'll catch you after Pirates baseball today. Colin Dunlap after Pirates baseball right here, KDK.
It's kind of hit the fan over this plumbing thing in the city that they don't have enough people to turn on the water fountains in the city. It's kind of a pimple on the elephant's behind in my world. This is the canary in the coal mine, as they would say. In other words, it's not about, because people are trying to put, who cares about these water fountains? Why don't you like this mayor kind of crap that they're, when I posted this on X, and thousands of people jumped in to be jagoffs. It's not about that. It's that the city has hundreds and hundreds of water fountains, and not one of them's turned on, and that they have 100 new employees, and not one of them can turn on a water fountain, and that they have one plumber responsible for all the pools, all the spray parks, all the toilets, and all the fountains, and he can't do it. I've got some plumbers lined up in the next hour who are, as one of my boys said, me and you could turn on 100 water fountains in 2 days. But the city can't. I'm told that they're now all embarrassed, and they're talking about trying to use plumbers from PWSA to help them because they're too incompetent to do this. This led me down the public works rabbit hole. Unfortunately for this administration, I have a number of friends that work in public works. And I say unfortunately because the truth will set you free. And this is the truth. And I love them to prove me wrong on this. So I have a significant number of friends that have been in public works for a while. And with regard to the new employees they hired, one of them very cynically said that the employment office for the new public works employees should be the Allegheny County Jail. And I'll tell you why. Because they've had significant issues with the new employees that they hired, these 100 employees. And my people that work in public works tell me this. In October, one of the new laborers wrecked one of their trucks on the West End Bridge. 3 cars got towed away. People were taken in an ambulance. The laborer blew 2 times the legal limit, was drunk, in other words, was back to work 5 days later. Thus, the whole notion of the city recruiting office is at the Allegheny County Jail. Kind of a glib, cynical look. There's a guy who's a supervisor. This is a fact. His name's Howard. I won't use his last name because it's not that relevant. He does not like to be called Howard. Well, all he had to do was tell me that. Howard, who doesn't like to be called Howard, beat the daylights out of his employees. Yeah. Punched one in the face, 2 of the new laborers, the new all-star cast that has been hired by this administration. He was right back at work. A friend of this administration, I'm told. And he beat 2 employees at work. It gets worse. Or maybe better, depending on your... The new employees smoke weed. Marijuana, dope, sitting in a truck outside the division. These are new hires who in public, here's a quote, these people, Marty, literally fire up a joint right in front of you, at work, on the job. So what's my point? Is this as good as it gets? Is this the leadership that we now have in the city? Honestly. Number one, if I got employees that are smoking weed on the job, I'm going to drug test them and fire them. Bye. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. And the fact that they're doing it in public in front of other employees and that they know that they can get away with it tells you just how much supervision they have and just how much control they have. In terms of the leadership within the city, you might think I'm trivializing this. One guy says, for some reason, I don't like Ed Gainey. That's why I'm pointing out that they can't fix the fountains because no one gives a damn about the fountains. Obviously. The city doesn't give a damn about the fountains. It's not about the fountains, you jag off. It's about they can't fix them. They can't get one fountain turned on. You have one guy responsible for all the toilets, all the pools, all the water parks, and all the damn fountains. And you have other guys smoking dope on the job, and you have other guys beating the hell out of employees on the job, and they're all back at work, and they're all getting high. But what happens in America today is somehow I'm the bad guy. Marty Griffin doesn't like the mayor. Really? That's what this is about? I don't like the mayor. Bull crap. Actually like him. He's very charming. He's very charismatic. He's actually very cool to be around. I don't care. I'm telling you right now, if that's my company, I'm holding a staff meeting today. I'm drug testing every one of those punks. And anyone that's positive, I am firing. See you in court. Number 2, I'm getting all of them together and saying, guess what we're doing today? We're turning on water fountains. And if you don't like it, go work somewhere else, Jagoff. A very powerful connected city council member said, and I will read you this quote, I am deeply disturbed. I won't use the name because it would cause major problems. I am deeply disturbed by the many things happening in Allegheny County and in the city. Oh, yeah. There is a pattern of incompetence that is developing here. And I love these people that suggest that I don't have a right to talk about this because I don't live in the city. Go to hell. Seriously. This is a crap show. And at the end of the day, if you can't hire employees that can turn on water fountains, what about the employees with real power and real authority? And if you have employees that are getting high on the job in front of other employees, they're that brazen, they're that ignorant, they're that arrogant, and they're that incompetent, you got problems. And I know the mayor isn't down to Public Works drug testing employees, but the mayor is the man, and the man needs to be held accountable. And I know his people listen, and someone needs to say, hey, you know, boss, we got Public Works employees smoking weed on the job, and we don't have anyone that knows how to turn on a water fountain. And here we have a Public Works employee rode around in his truck with a dead body when he worked at the cemetery. To which I would ask, is this as good as it gets? Maybe so. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, Marty, we have reports of an accident on the Strip District that's at the intersection of Smallman Street and 26th Street. Your best bet is to alternate to Penn Avenue or Liberty Avenue. Meanwhile, on the Parkway West and the East, both sides of both of those major roadways are pretty backed up. Parkway East on the outbound side backed up just out of the bend at Bates, and on the inbound side to Edgewood Swissvale on the Parkway West inbound, that's about halfway down Green Tree Hill, right before the Big Bend. And on the outbound side, some volume, but not a lot of delays coming up and down the top of Green Tree Hill. Also, lots of backup as well on McKnight Road on the northbound side during that construction site between Babcock and Siebert. AAA Traffic on the 5s is brought to you by LGKG Injury Lawyers. LGKG, your home team. Visit lgkg.com. I'm Brandon Rossi on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM, 1020 KDKA.
With a 90-year reputation, LGKG is known for its highest standards and ethics among injury attorneys. I promise you, we're different from the others. Fighting for the little guy is what we do. I'm Joe George. Find us at lgkg.com as we expand into Pittsburgh. LGKG, your home team.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
At California Psychics, we know that when you haven't found love, it feels like everyone else has. Every movie has a love interest. Every song is a love song. Where are all the songs about cats? Or the joy of early bedtimes? And of course, the PDA. Looking for love sucks. Thankfully, California Psychics can give you the guidance you need to help you find the one. We connect you with the very best. In fact, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. That's why we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So you could be feeling all lovey-dovey real soon. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
A house is 80 years old, maybe 90. Has a couple bathrooms. We had a plumber in there fixing one of the bathrooms. He said the fixtures or 30 years old. It's old. It needs updated. We got the Bath Authority coming out. Look, here's why I love them. It's modern. Everything they make is durable. Everything they make is custom. Everything they make is low maintenance. Walk-in tubs, great. Replacement showers, great. Tub-to-shower conversions, great. This is the best chance for you to get a new bath, the Bath Authority. 412-249-1140. 412-249-1140. Get $1,500 off a new shower or bath and 36 months of interest-free financing. Bath Authority, 412-249-1140.
While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
At Spitzer Toyota Monroeville, we're kicking off summer with a boatload of savings. It's easy to find your perfect vehicle from our huge selection. And since Panda's constantly tracking down the most competitive pricing, you'll always get the best price, the Panda price. Plus, a nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty at no additional cost. Summer's here, and so are new Tundra savings. So stop by and let Panda help you.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Toyota Monroeville.
Our world revolves around you. Visit Spitzer.com for details. Excludes EV and commercial vehicles.
The forecast for hot summer weather should come as no surprise, and the forecast for high energy costs shouldn't either. PJ Fitzpatrick has a great plan to cool your electric bill. Replace your leaky old windows with energy-efficient and budget-friendly insulated windows. The PJ Fitzpatrick team has replaced hundreds of thousands of windows, and they've earned thousands of 5-star reviews. Call today and save thousands on your windows and your electric bill. Visit trustpj.com today for a free window consultation.
No one caters deli better than Bob the Deli King from Food for Thought. Hands down, the best deli in Pittsburgh. Paul Martino here. Need a trusted caterer that will please every guest at your next gathering? Get the best. Call Bob the Deli King. At Food for Thought, they've been catering quality, authentic, and delicious deli items for over 30 years. They easily accommodate quick turnarounds. Call 412-682-5033. 412-682-5033. Food for Thought, Pittsburgh's best deli catering.
So, hey, it's Marty. You know, we're getting there. It's spring right here. It's going to get real windy. A lot of trees leaning over toward your house, leaning over in the yard. Tree branches in a precarious position. Here's what you got to do. You got to call my boy, Carlos, Greater Pitt Tree Service. Insane pricing. The best training. The best equipment. I've used Carlos at my house several times. And my neighbors. Greater Pitt Tree Service. 412-884-TREE. 412-884-TREE.
Barry and Steve Aaronich from Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center. You know, getting something new creates excitement. For instance, on a scale of 1 to 10, a new TV might be a 3.
A new car might be a 7. But getting a brand new kitchen or bathroom, that is a 10. Few things equal the exhilaration and joy of finding just the right design for the kitchen or bath of your dreams.
And then there's the anticipation you feel as Petite's expert craftsmen transform your dream into a reality. From custom creation to expert installation, our family-owned business has been making people happy for almost 60 years.
Let us help you experience the one-of-a-kind joy you'll get from a brand new kitchen or bathroom from Petite. Visit us on Route 50 just off the Carnegie exit. Call 412-279-2222 or click PATETE kitchens.com. Haven't you waited long enough? PA 625.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm going to spend a lot of time on this ridiculousness in the city because I think people need to be poked until they make a difference. It's our city. We've got to take it back. Blame whoever you want, but it you know, You have 100 new employees and they're smoking weed in trucks, so you got a problem. I don't care who the boss is. I don't know how you set up a standard like that where guys can get high at work. You're cool with that. You know they drive motor vehicles. You know they have CDLs. They could kill you with that truck when they're high. And the incompetency of the fact that the city can't get enough people to fix and turn on water fountains. As my boy Jack Cavalier mentioned in a couple of texts last night because he's annoyed as hell about this. Maybe me and you will donate our time and go turn them on. I got the perfect guy to do this job. One of my favorite people of all time, Frank.
Good morning, Marty. How are you? You said the key thing that you're spending too much time on this. You're talking. You've been spending days, hours on turning on a fountain. Number one, there's several parts and pieces to it. Number one, who knows if you had a problem with that fountain over the winter? So you get somebody to turn it on. If something froze, broke, shut it off, get a work order, but get these fountains out turned on, number one. Number two, you don't wait till June to turn your fountains on. I'm involved in our township. We have a pool and others that we start in March and April. So you don't wait till June to do it. You're not going to get lifeguards and these other people to turn it on. It becomes a union issue, which I don't want to even get into that. But most important, it's pretty simple to turn them on. You get there, you open the bottom up, you turn the valve on, you make sure the drain's flowing fine. It probably takes, I'm going to say 15 minutes per fountain. So if you'd have started in March, you do 5 a day, you'd have been done by now. But what's even more key is, okay, we don't have enough plumbers. They don't have enough plumbers. We had enough plumbers to turn them off.
Wow.
If we had enough plumbers to turn them off, why don't we have the plumbers to turn them on? And it would be a good idea for you and Jack to get out there and get started.
Frank knows Jack Cavalier very well. Frank is my man from Tootie, who's actually one of my favorite people in America. Now his office is at La Prima Coffee in the Strip District. But Frank, hard-working guy his whole life, did more work in my house certainly than I have, and knows HVAC and plumbing better than anyone I've ever known. Frank, is this the way to run a city, brother?
No, it isn't. No, you don't run your city that way. You wouldn't run your home that way. These are tax-paying citizens that should have the pools up and ready.
Come on.
Now's not the time to go out and check the chains on the swing sets. That's done in March and April. You got to be ready.
Hey, Frank. Bob would punch someone's lights out if they were smoking weed on the job.
They would have never hired them.
Exactly.
They would have never hired them, and they're gone. You can't tolerate stuff like that. You just can't. And there's good people out there.
Of course.
You got to look for them. You got to take the political favoritism out of it. Find the right people, hire them, pay them well, and you got a good career.
Hey, Frank, if me and you got in a truck with Jack Cavalier and Tootie and we split up, how long would it take us to turn on, if all you're doing is turn on the valve? 2 days? 200 fountains?
What is there? I don't know the amount. Did you say 200 fountains?
Uh-huh, yeah.
If there's 200 fountains, I think a couple days.
Couple days.
I would even be willing. Of course, they waited a little bit too long, so they're going to have to pay for it. But I would even be willing, as the mayor, as his staff, look, get these guys out there overtime. Let's get it done. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, get it done.
You're a big shot in your township. Would you tolerate this kind of crap? Guys smoking weed and no one able to turn on a damn fountain in a park?
No way. They get written up. They get suspended. And I don't remember any time we had anyone like that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. We vet everybody that we hire. We look at their resume. We do background checks, and we try to hire the best of the best.
And what's the message that this idiocy send about the city of Pittsburgh right now?
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. This is one of the biggest cities, the biggest, smallest cities in this country,
Right.
and then you got this bad press, and they want to have the NFL draft here.
Thank you.
Come on, people, polish it up.
My man Frank, enjoy that coffee, brother.
Got it. Take care.
Frank
Bye.
is a big shot now. But I'm telling you, 2 days to fix all those fountains. Me, him, Tootie, Jack Cavalier.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
You can host the best backyard barbecue. You find a professional on Angie to make your backyard the best around. Connect with skilled professionals to get all your home projects done well. Inside to outside, repairs to renovations. Get started on the Angie app or visit Angie.com today. You can do this when you Angie that.
As a roofer, spring means the start of my busy season, which means I've got to get organized with help from Beacon. I can save time with Beacon Pro Plus and 24/7 access to live pricing, delivery tracking, order history, and more. Plus, this spring, I can earn $1,000 and the chance to win a $25,000 backyard renovation just by buying my CertainTeed shingles online with Beacon. No purchase necessary. Now that's what I call a spring cleanup. Visit BECN.com for official rules and to start earning entries.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Mostly sunny and 80 at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. The Supreme Court has preserved access to a medication used in nearly two-thirds of all abortions in the U.S. last year. CBS's Jan Crawford has more.
I mean, this is a definitive statement from the Supreme Court, unanimous, 9-0, that the abortion pill will remain available throughout the United States. They have rejected an argument by anti-abortion doctors who said that the FDA's approval process of that drug, the most commonly used method of abortion, by the way, was flawed.
The justices ruled abortion opponents lacked the legal right to sue over the FDA's approval of the medication, mifepristone, and others' actions to ease access to it. A 64-year-old man is dead after an overnight shooting in McKeesport. Allegheny County Police say the 911 call about the incident came in at 12:40 a.m. First responders sent to the 600 block of Eden Park Boulevard found Brian Boyd of Duquesne dead on the scene. A church was damaged. A priest was taken to a hospital after a two-alarm fire in Monroeville overnight. The Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh reports extensive damage to the rectory of Christ the Divine Shepherd Church on Azalea Drive. The flames broke out around 12:30 a.m. The priest was treated for smoke inhalation. The Allegheny County Fire Marshal is investigating the cause of that blaze. A Washington County man arrested by Canonsburg police is accused of using a drone to stalk teenage girls. 44-year-old Michael Brackman is facing a dozen misdemeanor charges. He allegedly used the drone to follow a 13-year-old neighbor for over a year, and police say there are 5 more victims. An Observer Reporter story says Brackman's prelim is set for July 2nd. An interest group for Americans over the age of 50 is giving regulators strong pushback to a proposed utility rate hike. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
AARP delivered more than 5,000 petition signatures to the Pennsylvania Utility Commission urging a halt to the proposed water rate increase for Pennsylvania American water customers. AARP's TJ Thiessen tells KDKA Radio this comes on top of a rate increase last year.
Of 76%. So the 25% rate increase that they're asking for this year, it's so much burden, it's so much additional cost to customers that may be on a fixed income.
A PUC meeting is scheduled for later today. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Mason Martin was discharged from a hospital Tuesday, 9 months after the Karn City quarterback collapsed during a game, suffering from a brain bleed. In a Facebook post, Mason's father said his son spent Tuesday evening at the house sitting peacefully on the back deck with the dogs. And during his high school's graduation last month, Mason's football jersey was placed on a seat in his absence. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 290 points at 38,422. The Nasdaq is up 16. The S&P down 9 points. KDKA Sports at the U.S. Open. Amateur Neil Shipley is 1 under through 11 holes in the first round. Cardinals over the Pirates last night 4-2. Bailey Falter gave up 3 runs. The Bucks will wrap up the series with St. Louis this afternoon, and that game is on News Radio KDKA. Our coverage starts at 1:20. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. For your perfect new roof and a lifetime warranty, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. It's sunny and 80 in Pittsburgh. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hi, I'm Lynn Hayes Freeland, and if you're turning 65 and have questions about Medicare, Aetna can help. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage in Pennsylvania with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits for your whole health, like dental, vision, and hearing. Visit aetnamedicare.com/KDKA today.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
With schools out for the summer, the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank wants to make sure that children have access to healthy meals. Summer youth cafes are open across the region. The cafes are sites where anyone 18 years and under can get a meal at no cost. Go to pittsburghfoodbank.org to find a location near you. Again, this is completely free to those under 18 years old. More information at pittsburghfoodbank.org. Again, that is pittsburghfoodbank.org.
If you have COPD, here are some reasons to go see your pulmonologist again. 1, those flare-ups you keep having, they have the chance to cause permanent lung damage. 2, we now know a certain type of inflammation can cause flare-ups for some people. And 3,
when can I see Grandma?
Need more reasons? Visit www.livewithcopd.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Look at her over there. Look at her ready to go. Look at Samantha. Go ahead, Sam.
Hello, Marty. Looking at our major roadways, over on the Parkway West on the inbound side, you'll see some backups starting from Green Tree as you make your way to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And over on the Parkway East, you'll see some congestion on the inbound side starting right around Edgewood, Swissvale. And then on the outbound side, we are seeing some congestion around Wilkinsburg. Other than that, all of our major roadways are clear if you're heading out for lunch. With AAA traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK.
Partly to mostly sunny and very warm this afternoon with a high of 87, then patchy clouds and mild, low 65 tonight. Stormy weather follows for tomorrow with a chance for hail and damaging winds. For AccuWeather, I'm Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for over 20 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
It's Marty. We talked about cancer. We talked about how it throws off your balance. I'm at Physical in Monroeville. Phyzical, folks. Dr. Jess Nolan is amazing at the office in Monroeville. They put you in a harness. They teach you how to walk again. I feel stronger. I feel as if I'm getting my balance back. Physical in Monroeville. 412-457-8200. 412-457-8200.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontiers show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
So, talking about plumbers. And I'll tell you why. This is a microcosm for what sucks about the city of Pittsburgh. So Marty Griffin's theory is if you can't fix the water fountains, if you can't find staff to turn on water fountains, then what do you do about fixing streets? Well, you can't. They have no money in the budget to pave a street until 2028. It's a fact. Prove me wrong. They don't have enough cops. It's a fact. Prove me wrong. And so my point is, when they went out and hired 100 new public works employees, someone with the big brain in the public works department should have said, maybe we should have enough people to work the pools and the toilets and the plumbing. Top 5 best business people I've ever known in my life, a young man who's had great success, and who would never, ever allow work to go unfinished. Matt Mertz joining me. Good morning, Matt. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, Marty. How you doing?
You're what I would describe as a type A, which is what I am. You've got to get it right, and you've got to get it done. Is that fair?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
And I know you heard this story about the city of Pittsburgh has 200 to 300 fountains, and not one of them works.
I did.
How do you respond to that as a guy who has to get work done?
It just seems that the city as a whole is extremely poorly run. Just unimaginable that something like that would go on. Not sure if it's a staffing issue, but something that should have been thought about a long time ago, not in June.
With your crews that you had at Matt Mertz Plumbing, and all you did was kick ass, quite frankly. It's actually how we met.
We did.
Because he helped so many people. Matt or his wife would hear me on the air talking about an entire house that had no plumbing. It was a veteran's house. And I'd get a text, this is a true story, and the next day his crew would be there putting plumbing in the entire house. In other words, Matt, you do not mess around. You just get it done, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I still in the company, I'd volunteer guys to go turn the water fountains on for free. I mean, somebody should step up and do it.
That was my next.
Can't do it.
You can't. Matt, my next question to you. So, with a staff of plumbers, how long would it take a staff to turn on 200 water fountains in the city?
I'm not sure the logistics of every location, but you would think with a crew you could do it in a week.
In a week?
Nothing too. I would think so. You know, they're not. We had almost 50 employees, so I would think that could be done in a week or less. Yes.
And you wouldn't let them stop until it was done?
No, we wouldn't. No.
Why is that, Matt?
I mean, that's just how business gets done. That's
Right.
what people expect. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, that's just
Right.
how it should be. Yeah. So
I've known Matt for years, and he's very intense, and why he was so damn successful, quite frankly. And so they hire 100 new employees, and they've got new employees smoking weed on the job in their trucks that are supposed to be out there fixing these fountains. As a guy who ran an insanely successful business, what would you do to those employees if you knew they were doing that on the job, sir?
they'd be instantly terminated. I was a lot more selective with my hiring process than the city of Pittsburgh is. But I've also met a lot of really good city workers.
Yep.
So I'm not bad enough.
No.
Workers, but you know, I think that they should probably be a little more discreet with who they hire. We made sure we vetted the people and hired people that were qualified for the job.
Hey, Matt, isn't there a way to manage a department, whether it's the city, the state, or the federal government, so that everybody's professional and everybody does a good job, and the folks that don't, they don't work there? Isn't that fair?
Yeah, I mean, you should set a culture, set an expectation, and get rid of the people that don't fall in line. And I think that's what happens with big corporations. They're afraid to do that. When in reality, that's why they're not as successful as a small company, because they're just afraid to take the correct steps to, unfortunately, it's hard to put an employee in line when you're a bigger company, but when you're smaller, it's easier to do.
It's exactly 100% true. And as a guy who's had so much success and must do the right thing because of the way you think, when you see this sort of incompetence, that my words, not Matt's, it must drive you crazy, sir.
Yeah, it's a lot of politics involved in who they elect as leaders, and I think there's a lot of things that go on there, as well as a lot of other government stuff that's not run correctly. So that's where it starts. But I mean, somebody should step up and hire some plumbers, whether they bring in a private company or bring the union in, somebody to come finish the job. I mean, if they can't do it themselves, they should quit spending the money on parades and start putting it towards infrastructure and things like that.
Plus, Matt, what message does that send to consumers who are out there paying taxes and can't use a damn water fountain?
Yeah, I mean, you're just celebrating failure.
Right on. Matt Mertz, the man. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
All right, man. He's the absolute best. And his wife is amazing. I am not exaggerating when I tell you they probably did, in the time that we were working together, which is a couple of years, $200,000 worth of free plumbing in houses. They went into the home of a guy who went to 9/11, post 9/11, after the buildings collapsed in New York, to help clean up. He was a volunteer EMT. And he had gutted his house, and he was ravaged with a cancer from asbestos from 9/11, quite frankly. And Matt and his wife heard us talking, and they did $30,000 worth of free plumbing in that house and never said a word other than, we'll be there tomorrow to do the job. And I had to grab him this morning because guys like that get it done. Bob Tootie's the same way. Bob Tootie would get this done today. And my point is, and Matt said it right, there are really good employees of the city of Pittsburgh. Really hardworking public works guys who were sending me texts about this ridiculousness this morning saying, Marty, this is ridiculous. We got guys on the job fighting. We have guys on the job that are high. We have guys on the job that are drunk. And we can't find a damn plumber to turn on the water fountains. It's a big blanking mess. Big. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up?
Hey, Marty, I'm looking at the Cordell and Cordell traffic cams. Over on the Parkway West on the inbound side, you'll see some backup starting around Green Tree as you make your way to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And over on the Parkway East, you'll see some congestion on the inbound side starting around Edgewood, Swissville. But the outbound side of the Parkway West is looking clear. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
This traffic report brought to you by Liberty Mutual.
Hi, we're Comparing Insurance Agency. Never heard of us? We know. But to help it stick that our local agents are insurance experts, we're going to say local agent 3 times in the next 5 seconds. Local agent, local agent, local agent.
Find us at comparinginsurance.com.
This portion of the show is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Visit them at awaken180weightloss.com.
Ted Starmack with Rhino Shield Pittsburgh. When you consider all the benefits of Rhino Shield, including the 1,500 fade-resistant colors, significant insulation, mold, mildew, and algae resistance, on top of superior durability, you will find that Rhino Shield delivers more benefits at a significant savings. Rhino Shield is a one and done. Stop painting your house every few years and enjoy the freshly painted look of Rhino Shield for decades. Call 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-744-6641.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems. They'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Another gigantic 2-day sale, June 12th and 13th at Coombs Market.
In our produce department, we have sweet California cherries at $1.88 a pound. Whole seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. And in our meat department, Gerber's Amish Farm fresh chicken thighs or drumsticks, a 5-pound bag is $4.25 each. And 80% lean fresh ground beef, $2.99 per pound with your Coons Reward card. And in our deli, fully cooked and sauced, boneless chicken wings, $5.88 per pound. In the bakery, glazed donut holes, 12-ounce package, $3 each. In our seafood department, peeled, tail-on, Sensi, large cooked shrimp, 1-pound bags are $5.49 each. And this week, Stone Ridge Creamery orange cream or fudge bars, 12-count package, $2.88 each. and Powerade sports drinks, 8-pack, 12-ounce bottles, $3.99 each.
So get in on this giant 2-day sale at your locally owned and independently operated Coons Markets, June 12th and 13th. Coons Market, a Pittsburgh tradition.
John Perry is one of my close friends. He's also one of the best attorneys in the country. Medical malpractice, catastrophic injury, Rosen and Perry. Look at the results, man. Look at the accolades. I've had family members go there. I've had friends go there because of their success. Serious about this. They are the professionals. Rosen and Perry. 412-281-4200. Rosen and Perry. Call them. Ask for John. 412-281-4200.
Pennsylvania Resources Council will be collecting hazardous household chemicals like cleaners, paints, motor oil, pesticides, and more on Saturday, June 22nd from 9 to 1 at Wild Things Park. Visit prc.org for details and costs. Event pre-registration is required.
Building owners, my friends at NASCO Roofing, they're experts in replacing flat roofs for commercial, industrial, and residential buildings. With many flat roof material choices, you want NASCO's experienced pros on your roof. Benefit from their experience and their lifetime warranty on materials and labor. Call NASCO Roofing today for a free flat roof estimate. 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. NASCO Roofing, spelled NASCO, the region's flat roof experts.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by University of Maryland Global Campus. Air Force veteran Dr. Xavier Bruce has created a research-based personal coaching program and VA claims support service for all veterans feeling stuck, stressed, or lost.
I'm coaching our veterans on going from victim to victory. So going from level 1, victim, to instigator, to cooperator, to opportunist, regulator, all the way to your best self. So you go from victim to victory. And that's just step 2. Step 1, you got to figure out what the hell is going on. You have to figure out what the energy block is. That's why it's called Uplift Energy Coaching, because we're removing energy blocks.
Some puzzles are hard to solve, others are hard to prove. Listen to Blood is Thicker, the Hargan Family Killings, wherever you get your podcasts. Access episodes early and ad-free with 48 Hours Plus on Apple Podcasts.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I could get a truckload of plumbers to do this work in 2 days. They would do it for free just because they're good people. Matt Mertz would. His whole crew would. Frank would. Tootie's crew would. The Greater Pitt folks wouldn't. They're just good people. They just care. What kind of frustrates the hell out of me is that the bosses and the management folks in public works don't care. I got some info from a high-ranking city council member last night that they're trying to convince Pittsburgh Water and Sewer Authority to lend them some plumbers to do their job, to compensate for the city's failures. My big issue with it, well, it's multifaceted. Number one, that they're too stupid to organize this, and I think stupid's the right word. I guess if you want to feel better about the word ignorant, maybe. I don't know. They're using the excuse that they can't find plumbers at the price they're offering them. Actually, you should probably pay more. Goofballs. You only had a year to do it. A year. You know what Frank said? The smartest thing I heard all day was from Frank Ozy from Tootie. Who the hell did they have to turn off the fountains? Right? Ken Baker, one of my good friends who's a fantastic plumber. In fact, he's the world's greatest plumber. Ken, I bet you could get those fountains on, right?
Between me, my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, you and Vince, we could have them done, half of them done this weekend. I mean, it's not rocket science, Marty.
It's pretty simple, is it not? You need a wrench or some pliers?
Probably not even that. Underneath on the bottom, there's probably a ball valve that you could literally turn with your fingers. I mean, it took them longer to disassemble them, turn them off, get them ready for winter, drain them down, than it would be to fire them back up. Like, I don't understand what the big issue is.
And by the way, you're one of Matt Mertz's guys, worked together forever, and he loves you. This irritates you, this kind of thing, does it not?
It does. I mean, especially working for Matt, and then hearing him gets me all fired up. Matt would never put up with this. Having somebody smoking weed on the job, you would be gone. The veins in his head would pop out. Like, I mean, you know the man. Like, he doesn't put up with that kind of stuff.
Well,
and you shouldn't. In a
Ken, who the hell should?
You shouldn't. I mean, how do we have money to buy all the inmates new uniforms, change the Keller, but we can't get a plumber to turn the damn water on?
Hey, I can't wrap my arms around any of this. Who the hell is tolerating? So if my boys that are working in public works see these guys smoking weed in their vans every day, then you know their boss does. Who's their boss, and who told him it was cool if people get high on the job?
I don't know. I mean, you got to keep working up the chain. I mean, I know I'm not a big fan of the mayor, but I mean, you would think he would have some control over this. I mean, it just boggles my mind that how easy it is. I mean, and I guarantee they're not out there doing any of them today.
Oh, there's no way.
Let's sit around and have a meeting, to see who we can get to do this.
Well, and here's the other thing, because I got all these guys texting me saying that they'd volunteer. The truth is the unions would light us on fire if we tried to volunteer and do this. They really would.
Oh, exactly. I mean, the liability and this and that, and like when it comes down to it, literally all it is turning a valve on. That's it.
And what's the message that it sends to a guy like you who does everything right every single day? Really, he's actually one of my close friends, and he's an amazing plumber and works his ass off. What's the message this sends to taxpayers in the city that they can't even turn fountains on, brother?
If we can't do the simplest things, what are they doing with the tax dollars?
Right.
I mean, other than, changing the color of the uniforms and stuff like that.
Right.
But if they can't do the little things, we're sunk. And we're supposed to be proud. This is our city.
Yeah.
And they want to treat it like this. It's disgusting.
It is, man. So, if you walk up on a fountain, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but how long does it take?
I'm going to take it apart and I'll turn it on myself.
How long would it take? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
If that.
If that. Wow. So someone just said to hell with it. I'm not doing any of it because there's too much to do, right?
Right, apparently. And apparently that's acceptable,
Yeah. My brother, thank you.
How did we get to this point?
I don't know, man. Thank you.
I love you, brother.
Me too. He's a great man. The thing about it is they accept mediocrity. And, Matt said it. I have a bunch of friends that work in public works, and they're so embarrassed by this. The other thing that really troubles me is that they allow them to get high on the job. Who allows that? Who allows that? Who thinks that's okay? I mean, who's running this thing? And Matt said it best. So what you have is, this is a union structure. So they hired 100 public works employees, but they only hired one plumber. Now, I'm told the reason why they only hired one plumber was that they can't pay enough to get other plumbers. So why wouldn't you have just hired 70 public works employees and then had enough money to pay extra for plumbers? As one of my boys who works in public works put it, they spent millions of dollars on GPS for the trucks. So they know where the trucks are when the guys are getting high? I don't know. I would fire everyone and then let the courts decide. When did we decide that it was okay just to sit there? And if they only have one plumber for the entire city, for all the pools, for all the parks, for all the spray parks, for all of the water fountains, what's their long-term plan for the taxpayers in this town? Well, there isn't one. And we're just supposed to accept all this. And it's why guys like me, who grew up in the city, spent my entire life in Shadyside, moved out. It's why so many cops have moved out. It's why so many teachers have moved out. I think it's 75% of the teachers in the Pittsburgh Public School District live outside the district. Their kids don't go to city schools. So when the people you're paying to work in the city don't want to live in the city, this is one of the reasons why. You can't get anything done. It's embarrassing. Hey, guys, Marty. Had 2 great meals with my wife in the last month. Both of them at Oakmont. Both of them at restaurants owned by my good friend J.K., the man. Okay, the Lot. I'm not exaggerating. The best brunch I've ever had at the Lot. I'm serious. The best dinner I've had in a year. Hofstadt's. They're in the same town. They're on the same strip. They're owned by the same man. The Lot and Hofstadt's. J.K. delivers. Great stuff.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. In the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. The ugly truth is when you buy a timeshare, you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? The crazy thing is, this never ends. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. Call 800-329-2121. That's 800-329-2121. 800-329-2121.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 83 degrees and sunny at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Susie Cole. AAA is offering free vehicle identification number etching on Friday. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush tells us why, when, and where.
The event is to help motorists deter would-be thieves. AAA's Jim Garrity tells KDKA Radio you'll get your VIN number etched into your car windows.
What we do is we will make a stencil with your VIN number in it. We will put it against the window. We will then use an acid-based solution, which does a chemical etching into the window. The whole process takes 5 to 10 minutes.
Garrity says thieves and chop shops have become wary of vehicles that are VIN etched because they are less profitable during resale. The free event takes place from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Friday at AAA's South Hills branch. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
Millions of Americans with student loans were notified this week they will not have to make a payment in July. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen has the details.
The Biden administration says borrowers enrolled in the SAVE plan can anticipate their payments will be recalculated and reduced. SAVE is an income-driven repayment plan giving borrowers a pathway to student loan forgiveness. For those not getting that, SoFi's Brian Walsh offered this option on the Big K Morning Show.
Let's say if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, get a lower rate, you could consider refinancing your student loans to get rid of them a little bit quicker.
He expects there will be further student loan forgiveness, but it will not be as broad as first thought. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Veterinarians say the number one most common ailment that people are dealing with their pets right now is allergies. This is Dr. Mike Hutchinson, Animal General in Cranberry Township.
It's a spring allergy, springtime, when it comes up in people, when the pollens come up, and the dogs and cats start scratching. And it's the number one question I get. I was doing a podcast this weekend, and I think I had 6 questions on it in the hour. And it's the same thing in our practices. We see a lot of dogs and cats scratching.
He tells the Big K Morning Show that pets can be allergic to anything under the sun, outdoors or indoors. He says air purifiers can really help bring them relief. And on Wall Street, where the Dow is down 297 at 38,414, the Nasdaq is down 20 points and the S&P is down 13. And on to KDKA Radio News, time 12:32. Our next update at 1. I'm Susie Cole on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Hey guys, it's Marty. I've been friends with Robert Pierce and Associates, for nearly 20 years. We have established a relationship about law, about protecting folks, about fighting for people for a long, long time. Last week, I'm talking to Rob at Robert Pierce and Associates about these diet drugs, Ozempic and Wegovy. Look, now folks are having serious side effects from these drugs. Throwing up, nausea, horrible, horrible side effects. And Rob Pierce and Associates, they've been at this 40 years. They're ready to take on these lawsuits. They're ready to fight for you. They have the experts. They have the free consultation ready to go. They have the experience in these cases. And look, I've seen it. They work, and they work hard. 412-281-7229. Robert Pierce and Associates.
Serious savings at your local Parmar store. Dan Zangrili reminding you to download the Parmar Stores app and save big. Get 3 cooler beverage items with your Parmar Rewards card and get 10 cents off per gallon of gas. And remember, if there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
At Spitzer Acura, we're kicking off summer with a boatload of savings. It's easy to find your perfect vehicle from our huge selection. And since Panda's constantly tracking down the most competitive pricing, you'll always get our best price. The Panda price. Plus, a nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty at no additional cost. Summer's here, and so are new Integra savings. So stop by and let Panda help you.
Whack more. Spend less at Spitzer Acura McMurray.
Our world revolves around you. Visit Spitzer.com for details. Excludes EV and commercial vehicles.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's going on?
Hey, Marty, over on the Parkway West, you'll see some backup on the inbound side starting right around the Green Tree exit as you make your way to the Fort Pitt tunnels. And over on the Parkway East, we have some congestion on the inbound side starting around Edgewood Swissvale and some congestion on the outbound side right after the Greenfield Bridge overpass. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Pretty warm this afternoon. We'll have sun and a high of 87, mild with patchy clouds, low 65 tonight. Storms tomorrow can bring small hail and damaging winds. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Heather Zaire, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
We get closer to the weekend on this Thursday. I'll catch you after Pirates baseball today. Colin Dunlap after Pirates baseball right here, KDK.
A lot of folks are on these diet drugs. What are they, Manjaro? Patrick, what's the other one that everyone's taking?
Ozempic, Manjaro. There's a bunch now.
Okay, because you've done some research on this. I wanted to ask what you, because I don't remember what you found out, but so I get this note from Linda. My husband, Ed, takes Manjaro for his diabetes, which is common, right?
Yep, that's the one I'm on.
And he's been told that his medication is in short. This is actually fascinating. His medication is in short supply due to people taking it for weight loss. Today he found small, this is actually fascinating. He found small doses available in Grove City. We live on the north side. Wow. He should have had it yesterday, still doesn't. Express Scripts. What is that, Patrick? Express Scripts.
Express Scripts, that's, it's one of the largest mail supply.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. CVS Caremark's another one. In fact, I just got a letter from them in the last 2 weeks. It was time for my refill. and they told me, sorry, we can't get it. Good luck finding it elsewhere.
Wow.
And canceled. They completely deleted my prescription from my even files.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. I called them yesterday, and they're like, well, sorry, we can't get it, but good luck. Go find it somewhere else. And they're the largest.
So she's right on with this.
She's spot on.
Express Scripts doesn't have it. Neither does Giant Eagle. Wow.
Yeah. The suggestion was try Costco, Giant Eagle, and even Amazon. They're like, oh, well, the small local pharmacies might have it. I'm like, no, they don't. You guys are the big ones. You should have the access, right? And she said, no, we can't get it either. Good luck.
You take it for diabetes.
Yeah, I'm a type 2 diabetic.
It's actually helped.
It's brought my A1C down from a 10 to a 5.
Excuse my ignorance. Tell people what that is. What would the 10 mean and what would a 5 mean? Sorry.
10 means my sugar levels are really high.
I see.
Some people have it as high as 12. That's when it's, uncontrolled. But mine is in really good shape now. All my numbers are really good.
From the Mounjaro?
Yeah, from the Mounjaro and the other meds combined.
Am I wrong here? Did they find out by accident that people were taking this and losing weight? And they said, whoa, this is a weight loss drug now.
Well, it started by helping type 2 diabetics lose weight, and then they discovered all these other benefits.
And
now they're being prescribed for people with heart conditions.
But I can go to a chiropractor that I know is selling this stuff and pay $1,200 a month for what?
It's different, though.
What is it, though? They're losing weight.
That's a derivative, though, but it's not the prescription stuff from the pharmacies.
He told me it was Ozempic.
It's not Ozempic.
Well, why would he
From
lie?
the chiropractors.
Well, they can get it. He got it.
It's not actually labeled, branded Ozempic.
This is according to you, but he says it is, so I'm going to have to kind of take his side on this. How are they getting it?
I don't know, because they're not allowed to prescribe Ozempic for anything but type 2 diabetes. That's it.
So you can't find it anywhere?
So far, no. Wow. I've got one pen left of a 3-month supply.
What is a pen? How long?
It's 1 week.
A week?
Yep. And I've been putting my refill in for the last 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
What about your wife? What happened with her?
Because she's not a type 2 diabetic, she was originally on Ozempic.
Okay.
She lost about 40 pounds,
right,
which has helped her with everything across the board. Insurance, though, did reviews and updates, and they kicked her off of it. They said, you're not a type 2 diabetic. You can't get it. We're not paying for it anymore. And they canceled her, her prescription and everything. So they did allow her to get on to Zepbound, which is the weight loss version of Mounjaro. They're not paying any of it. It's all out of pocket. But now she's gotten a note that she can't get the Zepbound because there's a shortage.
It's amazing. So Jimmy sends me this note. My daughter's 27. She was diagnosed as juvenile diabetes type 1, insulin dependent for the rest of her life. Rite Aid, wow, will not refill her prescription for 90 days. Wow. Due to the lack of insulin, which is not Ozempic and Mounjaro. It's a shame that somebody that needs it to live. What the hell's going on? They can't produce this stuff fast enough? Is that the bottom line?
Correct. And there are no generics right now because we're still in the window where, the drug manufacturer has the exclusive rights to that formula.
And is it a stretch to say it could jeopardize your health if you can't get this ever?
Long term, I would say it's possible.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. Short term, no. But long term, yeah, it could.
And why can't someone as big as Giant Eagle get it?
From what I understand, there's only 2 wholesalers that service pretty much this entire region. So between the big pharmacies and the small pharmacies, there are 2 wholesalers that sell to all of these guys.
Wow.
And if the 2 wholesalers can't get it, well, it's not going to come from anywhere.
So this is how wonderful people that listen to the show are. And Dennis is one of the amazing people that works for Bowser. Amazing family. But he's in Meadville, and he's like, I'll be coming back past Grove City. I could pick up that script if they pay me for it. How about that?
That's very cool.
I mean, this is how nice people are. But I don't understand this dynamic. I can't understand how they can't do this and why they can't make this happen and why in the world they would deny folks. So at some point, though, people's lives are going to be in danger here if they can't get them these drugs. Is that fair?
I think it's possible. I don't believe that any of these are necessarily immediate life or death. This is not like insulin. Insulin can be life or
that's
death.
true.
Absolutely, 100%. The benefits of these GLP-1s, they're life-changing, but I don't think it's going to threaten anyone's life in the short term.
It's amazing. I find it ridiculous and absurd that folks that need drugs can't get drugs. And by the way, if you talk to folks in that business, in the business of pharmacies, and I just talked about this last week, they're in jeopardy. And this is just a microcosm of what's happening there. That business is in deep, deep trouble. Let me read this so you understand. Many communities in America will not have a pharmacy at all because of competition, because of pricing. At the end of the day, they need to somehow wrap their arms around what the hell's going on in that business, because the pharmaceutical business and the business of trying to own and operate a pharmacy and somehow stay in business is absurd. Listen to this. Why the slow demise of a family-owned pharmacy chain spells disaster for consumers. So Fortune magazine did this amazing piece on the crisis hitting drugstores, that they can't make money anymore. And in some cases can't get the drugs that people need, that we're talking about right here. It's bad. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Samantha, what's up?
Hey, Marty, we have an accident report on the Parkway West. This is on the inbound side, right near the Green Tree exit, so look out for delays if you're traveling on the Parkway West. Over on the city side, on the outbound side of the Parkway West, that's backed up into Wood Street. We're also seeing some congestion on the inbound sides of Parkway East. This is starting around Edgewood, Swissvale, and on the outbound side, right after the Greenfield Bridge overpass. With AAA Traffic, I'm Samantha McGill on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at Hims, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/joy and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
I lock up my Old Spice Fiji aluminum-free dry spray to keep that 24/7 lasting freshness safe for myself. Fresh coconuts, palm trees in the wind. It's like catching waves in Fiji. Actually, I just talked myself into a refreshing spritz of Fiji. My Old Spice is missing! No!
At Progressive, we know money can't buy happiness. But money did buy your boat, where you find peace fishing, unlike at home with 3 teenage daughters. Because fish never argue about who stole whose crop top, or get mad the other fish used up all the hot water. No, they just swim around, never embarrassed to be seen with you in public. So save money by bundling your boat or RV insurance with home or auto from Progressive. And buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Company.
You know Oakmont Bakery is my joint, right? So, summer months, celebrations, right? You got graduation cakes, cookie trays, sandwich platters, cheeseburger, donuts, delicious, cheeseburger-shaped cakes, flag-shaped cupcakes, the American tort, all the same. All I'm telling you, folks, is this is my joint. Everything there is handmade, homemade, fresh, and absolutely amazing at Oakmont Bakery. It's delicious. Check it out.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed early bird special $49.99. Seminars Monday, July 8th at the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, Pittsburgh and Green Tree, or Tuesday, July 9th at the Comfort Inn Conference Center in Churchill. Weight loss 5:30, stop smoking seminar 8.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Oh, I love this. Time to get the carpets cleaned, and I love Coit. Right now, summer clean, baby. Amazing special. 40% off all Coit cleaning services. Carpets, rugs, drapes. They've been in my house. Crushed it. Get your home Coit clean for the graduation parties. 40% off right now. 1-800-FOR-COIT. 1-800-FOR-COIT. Amazing.
Paul Martino here. Pittsburgh's best deli by far is Food for Thought on North Craig Street. Folks trek to Food for Thought again and again. Mouth-watering large sandwiches made with boar's head meats, freshly made salads. They make their own corned beef. It's the best in town. Fresh, authentic, delicious. Food for Thought, North Craig Street. Visit Bob the Deli King, Tuesday through Sundays, 9 to 4. Enjoy the best deli around. Graduation party catering, too.
Are you struggling with bad feet? Here at the Good Feet store, we hear a lot about foot pain, but we also hear about back, knee, and hip pain. I'd like you to hear what Kelsey, a kinesiologist, has to say about the Good Feet arch support system.
As an exercise specialist, I've seen all kinds of things that people try to put in their shoes to get out of pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is that they support all 4 arches in the foot.
So did you know you had 4 arches in each foot? Most shoes and inserts only support 1. Maybe that's the reason all the remedies you've tried in the past just didn't work.
When the foot's placed in the ideal position, everything else up the kinetic chain works better. You have better balance, more energy. You're going to feel better. Being able to move freely and out of pain means everything to me. And good movement starts with the feet.
Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Come in for a free test walk today.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Another sign that inflation is moderating. A reading on producer prices for last month, that's inflation at the wholesale level, was up just 2.2% from May of last year. But initial jobless claims shooting to a 9-month high last week, 242,000 of them. California accounting for the biggest chunk of those new claims. And that may be weighing a little bit on Wall Street today, along with a sell-off earlier today in France's stock market and worries about the Federal Reserve signaling just one interest rate cut later this year. That has Wall Street a little bit lower. Right now, the Dow is down 0.2%. The Nasdaq down a very small fraction. The S&P is down 0.5%. And scandal-plagued Wells Fargo Bank fired more than a dozen employees in its wealth and investment management unit last month after investigating and finding out they were faking doing work. Some of them were using software and devices known as mouse movers to fake that they were typing on their computers. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Man, the drug situation is a horrible dynamic that's affecting a lot of Americans. And there's no end in sight. There are folks that can't get drugs that they need to stay alive. And then there are folks that can't afford the drugs, so they make this choice between I'm reading emails. I'm sorry, folks. Sometimes this stuff comes in at a rapid pace, and I'm trying to learn as I go along. But they're getting, they can't get prescriptions. As Patrick just laid out, and you were on the phone for how long about this?
About a half hour last night with a representative from my pharmacy, from my insurance company, actually.
And they can't find the drug for you anywhere.
And they're the largest mail order prescription group, in the country.
It's amazing. And it's the explosive demand for this particular drug.
Yeah, Mounjaro and the weight loss version, Zepbound, both of those are at the top of the list that they can't keep in stock.
On a grander scale, and that's just one drug, the annual rate of pharmacies closing in America has doubled since 2022. Wow. Over a period of the last 13 months, more than 10% of all pharmacies in America have shut down. That's unbelievable. American drugstores are caught in a perfect storm of factors. This is from Fortune magazine. The retail apocalypse has made it nearly impossible for brick and mortar businesses with rent and staffing costs and retail crime, to compete with Amazon and low overhead online sellers. Wow. And check this out. For Amazon, for the pharmacies in particular, the opioid crisis, this is what I heard, saddled the large chains with lawsuits and multi-billion-dollar settlements, while burnout pharmacists are leaving the industry in droves. This is a quote from a pharmacist. Pharmacies are in a shambles. It's unbelievable what's happening right now. The bigger chains cannot survive. Even CVS and Walgreens are hurting. Well, they're closing in record numbers. Drug store chains are suffering, at least when it comes to pharmacy services. CVS and Walgreens making less money on an annual basis from filling prescriptions. It's unbelievable. CVS, Walgreens, and Rite Aid have announced the closures of more than 1,500 stores. It's unbelievable. Wow. In 2023, there were about 4,550 fewer pharmacies than a decade earlier. They can't make their money. So we started this conversation with someone sending me something as simple as an email. I can't get my drug, and here we are with what's happening in the pharmaceutical business, and the business is getting crushed. And what is aggravating as hell is Patrick's very smart and very assertive and aggressive about getting things done, and he can't get a prescription for diabetes. And no one can find it. You're saying this is the largest mail order out there.
Largest one in the U.S. There are 5 really big ones, and they're all having the same troubles.
And they can't get it, and Giant Eagle can't get it, and no one can get it.
Nope.
That's just great.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
I've been asked 1,000 times, did you plan on becoming the largest injury law firm in the world? And the answer is no. When I started, there were just 2 of us. Today, Morgan & Morgan has almost 800 lawyers alone. No injury firm in the country has anywhere close to that. We set out to be focused on our clients and to have a commitment to trying cases and winning. And when you have those results at trial, you're able to settle most of your cases quickly and fairly. Reputation matters. We grew like this because we worked hard, and so many former clients referred family and friends. And what I believe is the main reason is we delivered for our clients a lot. Hard work and client satisfaction was our plan. It worked. Hope is not a plan. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Do you feel like you're going through life clouded by doubt? Talk to California Psychics. Our trusted and accurate psychics are available 24/7. And we guarantee, if it's not life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers get 80% off their first reading. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
Oops. Ever had your singing lessons cut short by icy water?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Say goodbye to those cold notes with Navien tankless water heaters. With Navien, you'll hit all the right notes without the surprise chill. So keep singing and let Navien keep the hot water flowing. And get ready for the encore when you get your utility bill. Navien tankless water heaters. Visit tanklessmadesimple.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh, W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It's 84 degrees and sunny at Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Susie Cole. The Supreme Court has preserved access to a medication used in nearly 2/3 of all abortions in the U.S. last year. CBS's Jan Crawford has more.
I mean, this is a definitive statement from the Supreme Court, unanimous, 9-0, that the abortion pill will remain available throughout the United States. They have rejected an argument by anti-abortion doctors who said that the FDA's approval process of that drug, the most commonly used method of abortion, by the way, was flawed.
The justices ruled abortion opponents lack the legal right to sue over the FDA's approval of the medication, mifepristone, and subsequent actions to ease access to it. A 64-year-old man is dead after an overnight shooting in McKeesport. Allegheny County Police say the 911 call about the incident came in at 12:40 a.m. First responders sent to the 600 block of Eden Park Boulevard found Brian Boyd of Duquesne dead on the scene. A church was damaged and a priest was taken to a hospital after a 2-alarm fire in Monroeville. The Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh reports extensive damage to the rectory of Christ the Divine Shepherd Church on Azalea Drive. The flames broke around 12:30 a.m. The priest was treated for smoke inhalation. The Allegheny County Fire Marshal is investigating the cause of the blaze. A Washington County man was arrested by Canonsburg police and is accused of using a drone to stalk teenage girls. 44-year-old Michael Brackman is facing a dozen misdemeanor charges. He allegedly used the drone to follow a 13-year-old neighbor for over a year, and police say there are 5 more victims. An Observer reporter says Brackman's preliminary hearing is set for July 2nd. An interest group for Americans over the age of 50 is giving regulators strong pushback to a proposed rate hike. News Radio KDKA's Tamara Rush has the story.
AARP delivered more than 5,000 petition signatures to the Pennsylvania Utility Commission urging a halt to the proposed water rate increase for Pennsylvania American Water customers. AARP's TJ Thiessen tells KDKA Radio this comes on top of a rate increase last year.
Of 76%. So the 25% rate increase that they're asking for this year, it's so much burden. It's so much additional cost to customers that may be on a fixed income.
A PUC meeting is scheduled for later today. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
And on to Wall Street, where the Dow is down 179 points at 38,532. The Nasdaq is up 8, and the S&P is down 3. And on the KDKA Sports, the Cardinals beat the Pirates 4-2 last night. Bailey Falter unfortunately gave up 3 rounds and 8 hits in just 4 innings of work. The Bucks wrap up the 3-game set against St. Louis this afternoon. The game is being carried right here on News Radio KDKA, and our coverage starts in just a little at 1:20 with Dan Zangrilli on the pre- and post-game. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick, installing most roofs in just one day. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 103. It's sunny and 84 in Pittsburgh, everybody. KDKA AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast are next.
Another gigantic 2-day sale, June 12th and 13th at Coons Market.
In our produce department, we have sweet California cherries at $1.88 a pound. Whole seedless watermelons are $3.99 each. And in our meat department, Gerber's Amish Farm fresh chicken thighs or drumsticks, a 5-pound bag is $4.25 each. And 80% lean fresh ground beef, $2.99 per pound with your Coons Reward card. And in our deli, fully cooked and sauced, boneless chicken wings, $5.88 per pound. In the bakery, glazed donut holes, 12-ounce package, $3 each. In our seafood department, peeled, tail-on, Sensi, large cooked shrimp, 1-pound bags are $5.49 each. And this week, Stone Ridge Creamery orange cream or fudge bars, 12-count package, $2.88 each. And Powerade sports drinks, 8-pack, 12-ounce bottles, $3.99 each.